What's up, guys and girls? Bulk Brogan here for some more racing life in Automobilista 2. And that's the wrong piece of music. I will fix that for next time, but to be honest, music has never been one of my strong points. It's never been one of my fortes because I'm a racing driver. A racing life driver, not a musician or a playlist curator or some kind of fine moustache connoisseur. This just happens. Hello, everybody. Great to see you here. It feels like it's been a long time. It feels like it's been too long, in fact. And do you know what? It has. It has been too long because I think it's been 2 weeks since we've done some racing life in Automobilista 2. The world has spun madly on. Things have happened. So many things have happened. Can't remember any of them, but so many things have happened. But all that can happen, the world can keep on spinning all at once. We've still got some GT3 racing and some Stock Car 22 racing to take part in. And we may also have some Formula 3 racing and some LMP4 racing to take part in today as well, because, to be honest with you, the beginning of my Porsche GT3 career and my Chevrolet Cruze Stock Car 2022 career couldn't have gone off to a better start. An epic wet race at Indianapolis in the stock car, a not so epic wet race at Interlagos in the Porsche, and a dominant display at Bathurst, I think it was, in the Porsche, has meant that there's a lot of attention. And thank you obviously to our sponsor Logitech, who's now covering our racing prize money. There's a lot on the radar. We're getting offers from all over the place. Racing Life is kicking off big time. It's kicking off big time. Thank you, Rangy. Thank you, Ricardo, De Groin, JDF. Streamlabs is here as well. Always good to have a Streamlabs. Ripper. Liam Murray. I hope that in this ridiculous heat that we find ourselves in Australia, your Tash stays on a bit longer than mine. Punch a Waterfall. Great to have you in the chat as well. Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah, brother. So let's not waste any time. Let's just get stuck straight into it. Let's see what we're dealing with today. So, Racing Life has had a bit of an update. Version 1.4 is now out, and a Happy New Year to you from Ricardo. There's the music we should have had at the start. Now it feels like the intro. Racing Life has had a bit of a 1.4 update, which means that there's now oval racing. There's now Indy cars. There's one thing that Bulk Brogan has been eyeing off. Well, it's not been the Indy cars because he's been something of a truck driver, shall we say, so far. Sean, welcome to the stream. JDF can confirm it is only 29 degrees today here in the racing room, so it's not too bad, actually. Not up at the 31 degrees that we had yesterday, so we can manage that. And I don't know if John Miller is here in chat already. Remind me to tell him about this later, but you may notice the most technological advancement of all time has now entered the Bulk Brogan stream. That is the humble straw. That means I can drink and not have a mustache chaser. So, Racing Life. On the face of it, not much has changed really, but we've got ovals, we've got all sorts of tweaks. We've got a new progression screen, and this is something that has been something that I would have liked to have shown you on previous racing live streams. Is basically when I progress to a next race, or when I get my prize money and all that on screen, it comes up in a separate pop-up window, so you don't see it here. But now that is all going to come up on screen, so you can see exactly how successful we are. Now, in terms of other stuff that's happened, well, we don't get the new cars until we finish this season, so we're going to have to finish what we're doing and then come back to the Indy cars. But we've got Indy cars, we've got Pro cars, we've got all sorts, haven't we, Ricardo? You know, absorbing liquid in the stash is how Nigel Mansell stayed hydrated during hot races. I did not know that, and I will now be using that as inspiration. So, I mean, if John Miller turns up, maybe we can have a vote in chat on exactly whether or not the straw should stay in circulation or not. So, Racing Life, let's get up to date with where we were, because like I said, it's been a while. We have now got 38 races under our belt. We have $310,330 bulk dollars in the bank, with a fame of 36, and we are currently signed up to 2 racing series. We have got the GT World Challenge, which we've done all the races for in this month, so we're not going to start with some GT3 racing. We've also got the American Stock Car Series, which we have done one race. That was that wet race at Indianapolis that we did last time out. So the first race we're going to be doing today, and the moustache is already peeling off because it's so stinking hot here. Hey, Raphael, good to see you. We're going to be doing Long Beach. We've got a race at Long Beach in the stock cars. That is going to be first on the agenda today. Closely followed by, well, I mean, there's no more GT3s or anything to be signed up for in this in this month. American LMP4 is going to be next. So American LMP4, we could be signing up for that. And then after that, we're going to be signing up for the Formula 3 series. Is that right? We've got one race here. There's a Formula 3 start sometime soon. I'm sure Formula 3 was meant to start sometime soon, or I just missed that off the schedule completely. No, there it is. February, American Formula 3 Championship. I just missed it because there's that much happening in the month of February in racing life that I have to scroll all the way up to the top to get it. So, basically, what's going to happen today is we're going to have...
Nice one, mate.
Thank you, JDF. Robert Mitchell has now been gifted a membership by JDF in chat, who maybe DDF races dad, and he is, suppose, my brother from the same mother. Bulk Brogan, I guess. I don't know. It all gets very confusing, the family tree and the hereditary and all that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly how it works, but it just does. Anyway, so yeah, so we're going to be doing some stock car at Long Beach first up, which is a great combo, like Ranger says, toit like a toiger. And then we basically get to choose between American LMP4 or American Formula 3, because let's be honest, we're probably going to be doing both of them today. Now, the next GT3 race is not going to happen until after that, because you have to progress to the next month, and that is going to be at Daytona as... Ooh, Daytona! Daytona, that's going to be a night race. Okay, so hopefully we can get a few races under the world title belt today. Starting with, let me just get my head straight. Yep, so stock cars at Long Beach, then either American LMP4 at Curvelo or American Formula 3 at Brasilia, progressing to the next month where we're going to have a night race at Daytona. So obviously, when it comes around to the choice between LMP4 and Formula 3, I'll put that up to a vote for you guys in chat and let you decide what we're going to be racing next. Now, in terms of sponsorships, now we are still sponsored by Logitech, although we only have 4 races left on that one. So I doubt we're going to be picking a new sponsor today, although if we are, we're probably going to be picking a sponsor right at the end of the stream after our 4 races. So yeah, stock car, LMP4, Formula 3, and then GT3. Hopefully we can get one race of each in today. That'd be nice. That's our target. That's what we're going to try and... get through. So, sponsors are sorted. We don't have to worry about the sponsors. The bank is fine. We don't have to worry about the bank. Although we did lose 23,000 last month, as you can see there. And that's only because we basically... Well, let's look at the garage. We started leasing a Porsche GT3 and we started leasing a stock car. So we spent a lot of money on car leases and obviously the finder's fee for those. You know, you have to pay a fee and then you pay every month. So we should start making some money next month, and depending on how well we do in these championships, then, you know, I mean, if we win the GT3 series, it's $300,000 in the bank. If we win the American Stock Car Series, $210,000 in the bank. If we can win the LMP4 Series, $150,000. And if we can win the Formula 3 Series, $125,000. So, diminishing returns. Really, we want to do well in the GT3s. And the GT3s are the longer races, half-an-hour races. So, looking forward to that. Anyway, enough chat. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. You already know what racing life is by now. If not, stay tuned, because I will be releasing a video on that, hopefully in the next few weeks. If not, the next month or so, on exactly what racing life is. I'll put a link to it up on the top of the screen if you're watching this on replay in about a month's time. Maybe the 1 or 2 people. Hello, good to see you. You're still going through my live streams a month later. But no, I'll do a video on what racing life is and sum it all up nicely, do an overview for those of you who may not be familiar, because who wants to sit through 5 hours of moustache and straws and just chatting for, what, how long have we going now? 12 minutes, no racing. Let's fix that, shall we? Let's switch it over to Automobilista 2 mode. So here we are, ready to go. We've got our 2 championships to progress in, and like I said, no GT3 racing on this month in Racing Life. We're going to go straight into the Chevrolet Cruze Stock Car 22, the yellow and red, of course. Now, after one race, we did finish on the podium, last to podium in a very wet race, a 20-minute wet race. Now, opponent's skill is at 103. I'm going to knock that up to 105. And, well, Rubens Barrichello is currently leading the championship. Daniel Serra is in second. Bruno Baptista is behind me. Ricardo Zonta is behind me as well. That is the current standings in the points. Let's see if we can mix it up at the top, shall we? No expectations, although some kind of good results would be nice, because you've got Long Beach and then Daytona as well, then Kyalami and Bathurst. So some really good rounds in this stock car championship. So let's get stuck into it. 10 minutes of qualifying and practice, 20 minutes of racing, and then we get to decide on whether we're going to be going racing in LMP4 or Formula 3 next. Rangy Rover, that would be fantastic if we could do custom names for all of these opponents from the subscribers. In Automobilista 2, can you have opponent names, just generic opponent names across all series, or would you have to modify each individual series? Oh, it's wet! It's raining! The track is wet here in Automobilista 2 at Long Beach, although it is clear and the track temperature is 26, so I suspect a dry line may be forming very quickly. I'm going to try and see what the track is like on dry, so I'm just going to hang it out and see how it goes. Good to see you, Mark Hallowell. Good to see you, Racer X. Good to see you, Mr. Bishy. Good to see you, Chuck Does Hot Laps. Good to see you, everybody. Wow, lots of people hanging out here today. Let's get racing, shall we? Qualifying is ticking. I've already wasted another 40 seconds of it. Don't forget to vote, by the way. Thank you for the reminder, Streamlabs. Okay, pause that music and let's get stuck in. Let's reset that VR view. Okay, Ricardo, thanks for the heads up. It's a custom file for each car class.
Whoa! Not bad.
Punch a Waterfall, thank you so much. $5 dues, straight from the legend himself who spawned the name Bulk Brogan. Yes, that's right, it was Punch a Waterfall's suggestion in chat. The origin story thickens.
Okay, Dan, we've got 8 minutes to do the business. We've got cold brakes all round, be careful. Your tyres are cold, watch out. Clear to the right.
That's very true, Rangy. I just haven't got to the post office yet, mate. I will get on that hopefully this weekend and get that over to you. Some nice surprises in the mail. The track's not too wet here, but it's definitely a drying line forming already as well. I think the dry tyres were definitely the right way to go. Let's try and get a time on the board. It's actually really not that bad at all. Or have I just accidentally gone out on wet tyres? I can't tell, because I, for some reason, don't have that information on my overlay. Doesn't tell me. Should do. I know you guys can see it. No, still no luck on the round steering wheel ripper. No luck on that one at all, mate. Just doesn't want to be detected. So Rangy's very kindly offered to take it to boot camp for me. I'll send it in the mail. He'll give it a once over, see if he can get it working, plug it into his wheelbase. See if he can update the firmware on it. Oh no, yep, that's definitely a bit slidey there with the understeer heading down towards the first corner.
Just done a 132.40.
Oh yeah, big understeer. So I am on wet tyres then, okay. That's good to know.
The leader's just done a 130.24.
I must have selected automatic instead of a specific tyre compound in my eagerness to get out on track. Oh, round it goes. That's a very light touch in the barrier. I think it's fine. We'll find out very shortly with the suspension. But I've got a feeling that might be because my wet tyres are overheating. Because look at them, they're getting pretty toasty on my overlay there. I think it might be time for dries.
130, 122.
Maybe that's just because I'm sliding it around like a bit of a hoon. Because that's the only thing I know how to do. That's what I did as a child most weekends. Leave big black lines outside the observatory dish at parks. Maybe that's why the council didn't like me so much, or maybe that's why I got off on the wrong foot. Okay, so I'm definitely on the wets then. Current pole position time is a 1 minute 30.2. Although even with that spin, I'm only 2/10 off the next person. I am still last.
Rossi, 130.08.
Okay, take it nice and easy now.
Okay, down. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
No spinning. So easy to spin it. Wow, lots of wheel spin coming out there.
Sector 1's quick.
It's definitely wet on this part of the track. That's it. Oh, it wanted to go again. It's a very tricky part of the track, that. We are now 5 seconds up. This might even put us on the front row here. Oh, no, this ain't going to do that, though. Brake way too late. Another clonk into the wall. That's another gifted membership from JDF in chat. Guy's out of control. Although not as out of control as I am right now.
You're a 10th off the pace in sector 2.
Oh, by the way,
Fastest lap for Barrichello, 129.59.
today's burps are brought to you by Mrs. DDF's finest beef stroganoff. Just thought you'd ought to know that, because I got a feeling there'll be quite a few of them. Out the final corner, this is 4.8 seconds up, although Rubinho has gone and set a better pole position time.
P2, sector 1 time's okay.
If I can find some 4/10ths, that might just do the trick. I don't think it's worth coming in for dries, because it is still...
Brake temperatures are okay. The guy behind has just done it, 130.04.
It's still moist around most of the track here. And I'm dialing in those braking points. I'm definitely getting more grip in the car. And this is good for the fuel numbers as well.
Yes! Nice one, mate.
Oh, we got another one. Who's that? Punch a Waterfall was gifted a channel membership by JDF Doggo. And Racer X, also another $5 dues. Very generous Americans in chat right now. You guys staying up till, well, it must be 5 in the morning where you are now in the New Yorkie part of the world. Off onto night shift, off heading to work. Mad respect, mad respect. Oh, no guarantees, JDF. Although hopefully the stream will be over by then. Trap 2 won't know what hit it.
Whoa!
Let's get this in. Here we go. Around the final corner. Really got to slow it down in first gear. Power slide it out. Lost a couple of tenths. It's wiggling all over the place. Oh, I've been beaten by Zonta to second on the grid here.
P3, that's your quickest.
Winans, good to see ya.
Fast. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Another couple of laps in the tank here, maybe?
29.74.
Well, not in the tank. I've got actually heaps of fuel in the tank, but only a couple of laps left on the clock.
That's 2 minutes left.
Been bumped down to 4th on the grid now here. See if we can use some of the garden on the inside. Use all of the track and then some of the foliage as well. Well, that is a PB.
One's quick.
Well, not a PB, that's a purple sector one. Need to brake earlier for this left-hander now. This is where I lost a bit of time last time. 300 was too late. So brake at the 350. Get it in nice and tight. Oh, big slide on the way out. These tyres are definitely getting a bit toasty. A big slide on the way in. Oh, yep, those rear tyres are struggling. It's so close.
Sector 2.
So close to the transition point. To dry tyres. Lost a stack of time then. Yep, you can tell it's definitely time for the transition to dries because...
The fastest lap for Zonta, 129.47.
Because it just doesn't want to grip anymore. There's not that much moisture on the track itself. And the tyres aren't cooling down again when I start sliding around.
P4, you've just done a 130.50.
Okay, this is going to be my last effort. This is going to be my last chance. Currently 4th on the grid. It's not bad, but it could be better.
Fastest lap for Rossi, 129.26. Sector 1 time's okay.
It's definitely a bit of moisture there, which is kind of helping to cool the tyres down. Keep that right foot under control. This is where I lost all the time. These 2 corners last time out, nice and progressive. 10th and a half up. Here we go. Steady does it. Steady does it. That's 2.5 tenths. There's not much in it. I'm only 1.5 tenths off the pole position time of Ricardo Zonta. Four tenths up now. We're getting there, but other people are on laps as well. Are they going to improve? Keep it nice and tight here. Down to first. Nice and tight. Put the power down gently. That's 8 tenths up. Oh, we're going to smoke them on the last lap. There we go. Pole position. Pole position by 7 tenths. Hey, Stephen Coe, good to see ya. Good to see you indeed, sir. Oh no!
Right side.
Someone beat us just at the last. Caca bueno. Went 4 tenths faster right there at the end. That wasn't pole. Oh, we've been beaten by Gianluca Petkov as well. Been knocked down to 3rd. Felipe Baptista's gone and knocked it up into 2nd place now as well. I've been knocked... Oh, 126 is... Oh, those sneaky... They must have come in for dry tyres right at the end. Now we're down to 6th. We're dropping like a stone. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, mate. That is a massive compliment. That is a massive compliment. That. Thank you. That's made me smile quite a bit, actually. Coming from someone like yourself, that's quite a compliment. Just practice, I guess. Practice and more practice and binning it and experience and just knowing what to do and what not to do. Automobilista 2 here really is a sim that forces you to learn car control. In Race Room, you can be quite aggressive. You can throw it into the corners and...
Look out for the pit speed limit.
It's definitely an understeer sim, whereas this is an oversteer sim. And oversteer really forces you to learn how to control a car properly. Because you can't just power through it. If you power through it, you spin, you're dead. Anyway, knocked down to 6th. My goodness, that was... well, from pole position to 6th in the space of 20 seconds. So let's continue to the race.
20 minutes, B6.
We got a 20-minute race on the cards. We are using approximately 6 litres a lap. So let's work out what we're doing here. So, get a calculator on the screen. Where are we? Oh, you guys can't see that. Never mind. Calculator. So if we times 60 seconds by 20 minutes, that gives us 1,200 seconds. Divide that by, say, lap time. What was it? 126s they were doing there on dry tyres. So that would be 126 would be 86 seconds, which gives us nearly 14 laps. Let's say 15 just to be safe. So 15 times 6 gives us 90 litres. So if we go into the setup now, we got 101. and that's what the tank will take. So let's just tank it. I mean, we're not going to be that much slow if we put an extra 10 litres in. That's going to be fine. Brake bias, I want to knock that back a bit, actually. 58, because obviously it's always nice to have a bit more front bias in the wet, but in the dry, you do want to have to, you know, you want to get the rotation. You don't want to be locking the car all the time. I don't want to change anything else on the car there, really. It seems to be fine. I will be learning as I go in this race. So, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to leave it a like. Say hi in chat, because I can actually read you. I've fixed my chat since last time. I can catch your messages, and I can read what you're saying, although there's not much time to catch up with chat at Long Beach. And if you really like what you see, then maybe subscribe. Because the next time we do Racing Life on YouTube after this stream is going to be part 10. 10! Whoever thought that Bulk Brogan would be going for 10 streams? Never mind 10 long streams. A few special things in the works for that one. So make sure you subscribe to see that. Anyway, let's go racing. And we have a potato! We have a potato in chat. Great to see you, LA. Just in time. 20 minutes, starting from 6th. It was pole, but then loads of people went out and dry tyres into quali and pipped us. We were in pole, 6th. So, rolling start, I believe. Let's do this. Thanks again for tuning in. Let's see what we can salvage.
6th place. Okay, Dan, be ready. Watch for the lights. Go, go, go.
And away we go. Pack is fanning out immediately. We've got the 5th place guy on the left there. Give him some space.
On your left.
Let's react to the brake lights. When are people going to start braking? It's going to be here.
Clear to the left. Left side.
Going 4 wide.
Still there. Clear right. Clear all around. Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
How did we survive that? What? The radar! The radar was insane. There was like 3 wide through the first few corners. Thank you, Sean. Mental start. Up to 4th. You know what? Amazing work from the AI there, to be honest. To race through that cleanly, that is a testament to the work that Reza Studios have done. Because 2 years ago, all of us would have been in the fence, and at least one of us would have been upside down. You're only 1.2 seconds off the lead, and that is Rubens Barrichello, current championship leader, ahead of us there, defending very strongly. Felipe Baptista up front, defending like a champ as well. Very slow corner. Watch out behind as well that we don't get dived by the AI there. It's a track that I've raced at a few times before, Raphael. Back in iRacing, I did a USF 2000 here. I actually ran into the back of a guy called Jordan Pepper, who I didn't realise at the time was an actual real-life GT3 driver who had just won the Bathurst 12-hour, and he kind of got mad at me on comms. I was like, who's this Jordan fella? It wasn't until after the race, Sticky was like, you do know who that is, right? Anyway, that's my previous experience on the channel, not as Bulk Brogan, but on the channel at Long Beach.
Car right, clear to the right.
Guy behind's having a bit of a dive there, as my moustache is attempting to make a bid for freedom. Another dive from the guy behind there. I had to give him a bit of space.
Still there. Still there.
Wow, much later on the brakes than I am there. Oh, oh.
Clear left.
It turned in a bit then.
Stay with him. The car in front of us is.
And now we're getting mugged again.
All right.
Gonna have to keep it to the left. Are we going 3 wide down here? Seriously, guys?
Still there. Clear to the right.
Now he backs out of it. Right, regroup, focus. Let's get on with this. We just got mugged big time by Ricardo Mauricio up ahead of us. And Barrichello is up to 2nd now. We can't let him get too far up the field, so we need to be finishing ahead of him to be getting some points. Back down to 5th.
P5. The car ahead has just done a 127.00. That was a 128.24.
I'm actually going slower than I was on the wet tyres. How does that make sense? The smallest of bumps.
Cold tyres all round.
Alright, this looks promising. Are they going to defend? Nope. But they are a lot faster through that corner than I am as I struggle to get the power down. Let's defend that outside. Keep it nice and tight, get the power down the straight here. They're battling like crazy. We make a move here. We're a bit far back. This is where I hit Jordan Pepper. Oh, bit of a turn in there. Doesn't give me much room, but I'm going to be on the inside for the hairpin. Very tight corner. This is... Oh, but I can't keep it nice and tight there, though. Oh, it's a traffic jam. It's a traffic jam. I need to focus on the exit of that corner. You're never going to get them on the entry. You're just going to compromise everybody.
27.43. New fastest lap for Zonta, 126.90. That last lap was at 127.26.
Left side. Clear
Oh!
left, far left.
Oh, it's in the fence. Is it okay? The mirror's not looking great. I think I got away with that.
Okay, Dan, you've had some suspension damage there. Stay out. Slow in, fast out. Keep it inside.
I thought I'd have a bit more on the brakes then.
Through turn 6.
Obviously not. I didn't think I broke that late. Around about the 450 mark.
Tyres are cold.
Yeah, that Tash is definitely making a bid for freedom, JDF. And the steering's not exactly straight now either. We're down to 8th. Tough race around the streets of Miami here. But let's,
Behind is now
yeah, slight amount of right hand down that you can see there. It's not exactly straight, but it's not too bad. And thank you, Streamlabs, for your impeccable timing as always. We'll bulk bin it. Well, I just did. Focus on the exit. Here we go, focus on the exit.
the leader's just done it. 127.24 P8. That's the new fastest lap for Ramos. 126.30.
Alright,
Just done
defending the inside. We've got the run, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Left side. Hold your line.
We got a track limits warning on the right because we crossed over the pit lane line.
Hold your line. Clear left.
There's not much we can do. I didn't really have anywhere to go. That is a spot, though. I'll take it. Oh, up on two curb. Oh, up on two curbs. Up on two wheels off the curb. Managed to get away with it. That is 7th place, and luckily all the guys ahead are still fighting. Still got 13 minutes left in this race. It's not over. Although the suspension would probably like it to be over. Or the steering angle. I'm not sure exactly what it is that's damaged, but it ain't driving straight, that's for sure. Nice, nice exit. Look at them fighting like crazy up there. We're going to gain a stack of time here if they still keep going side by side like this. And there's going to be a bit of a traffic jam in the final hairpin. I can feel it already. Let's avoid the curb on the inside. Don't want to drive over it too much because that's going to push us wide. Nice solid entry here. Down to first. Get the power down. Nice. 7/10 up on our best lap of the race so far. Is this going to be the fastest lap of the race now? Because then we need 1.2 for that.
Gap to Zonta ahead is now 0.6.
Looks like Barrichello's up there fighting for the lead.
Left side. Clear left.
Oh, he's done it again. I don't know what happened then. Am I getting a slipstream or something and that's putting me wide into turn 1?
Left side.
Oh, I thought I gave him heaps of room on the rejoin then. Obviously not, he's pushing me into the garden.
Keep it steady.
Space on the inside down to 13th. Nelson PK Jr. up ahead.
Line. Clear to the left.
Oh, I kind of hopped over the curb into the AI there.
Minor aero damage.
I'm getting banged around big time now. Got some aero damage as well. This race is kind of falling away from us a little bit. Could do with a safety car, but that is not enabled. Bit of aero damage, but I don't really feel it in the driving. Scruffy, scruffy, scruffy stuff. Alright, let's see if we can catch up. I might go quiet next time around, just to try and get some focus on under our belt. That's very strange how I overshot turn 1 twice. I didn't feel like I broke that late. The braking point is around about 450.
The leader has just done it, 126.
I was braking way before 500, it just didn't want to slow down, so maybe I'm offline. Maybe I'm in the slipstream with extra top speed. Maybe it's Maybelline, who knows? Oh, we got a massive straight line speed disadvantage. Look at them closing like crazy. That guy was like a rocket. I had nothing on the straight there. This is going to make the rest of the race pretty interesting if I'm like 10k down on the straights.
Just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
Yep. I think the guys ahead are still fighting. We're in for our best lap of the race so far if we can keep this up.
10 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I definitely think I've got some kind of straight line speed disadvantage for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of controlled sliding in AMS2, Chuck, that's for sure.
That's the new fastest lap for Barrichello, 125.38. Fastest lap for Sarah, 125.32.
So it's not too bad actually at the moment. Pulling away from Suzuki behind. Only a couple of tenths off my PB. A 1.5 off the leaders. Wow.
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting quite divey into turn 1 there. Short shift a little bit to help with the power. We're definitely closing the gap to the cars ahead. We are getting closer, but do we have enough time left in the race to actually do anything about it?
Right side. Still there.
Getting some space.
Clear right. You're clear.
That was a mega dive from the AI, then definitely a JDF dive, and that's going to push us wide here because rough line. Down to first. Don't let it compromise the run onto the straight. Stop him from getting the cut back. Good. Okay. Awesome, Onyx.
Your last lap time was at 127.26.
I think JDF's wearing a Bulk Brogan t-shirt as well. The man, the myth, the legend. The merch is taking over. It's crazy. Very late on the brakes there. That was marginal. The rears were chattering then. That's about as cheeky as I can get. Maybe I should put the bias a click forward, help with the rear under braking. Bunch it forward to 59. There we go. 7 tenths up on this lap. I think the fuel is coming down now though. Obviously fuel is set to 2 times regular usage. Nice late entry, get the run onto the straight. Didn't make the most of it though.
Defend hard, make them work for it.
So the fuel burn effect is quite strong. Oh, tap from behind on the AI then. Bit of a traffic jam up ahead. We're definitely closing. That's 2 cars. That could be 11th place. I think a top 10 might be out of it.
That lap was at 126.54. That's your quickest lap in this session.
That's my best lap of the session.
0.8.
Wow, look, so much straight line speed advantage.
Left side, clear on the left.
Yep.
Don't panic, we'll get him back.
He's got so much more pace than me, that guy.
Suzuki.
Suzuki's got so much more pace.
Behind is
Trying to
it's now
get me down the straights. Definitely got a damaged car here. Definitely limping around. Couldn't defend that. Right, focus more on the exit now. That's it. That's better. Liam, thank you for your positive effect on the community. You're a true hero of the cult. So tantalizingly close to the cars ahead, but we are dropping positions now. This is not the kind of race that I wanted to start this stream with, but these are the kind of races that happen.
We need more speed. The gap to Suzuki in front is now 0.6.
Well, I know we need more speed, but my car doesn't want to
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
give me more speed. And it's amazing how the AI was braking at that point then. Yet on the lap before, could quite easily just sail it up the inside and still get it stopped. Nice progressive on the throttle. There's a few cars up ahead. 11th place. Oh, it's still so close. It could be possible with 4.5 minutes to go. These guys start fighting. I think I can even see 10th in the blue car just up the road as well. Come on, please start fighting. Let me get stuck into this. Go on. Go on, Raphael Suzuki. Do your thing. Shake up the pigeons. Oh, I made a bit of contact up there.
Okay, Dan, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
We've definitely got enough fuel in the tank.
Right side. Clear to the right.
There we go.
Now, the guy behind is catching.
We made a bit of contact with the inside wall. We're back up to 13th. Might even be able to use a little bit of slipstream off this guy here.
5.4. That's your fastest lap.
Try and help us in our course. Oh. A couple of big snaps on the rear. Which is funnily the same thing that's going to happen with the Stroganoff. Oh, we got the run.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear to the left. Car left. Clear left.
Can confirm there is absolutely no grip out there on the outside on turn-in. But these are still points. You still get points down to this position.
Hold your line. Clear to the left.
Wow, Raphael Suzuki is a monster on the brakes.
Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Got him around the outside again.
Keep it up.
Back up to 13th. Miles off the pace.
128.14.
Watch him, going to sail it up the inside now. We're going to move the car to the left to defend it. Only just defended it though.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes to go in the race, that means 2 laps. Getting absolutely harassed here. This is a close fight. Maybe next round I'll try and not damage the car and use the potential. Outside didn't work last time. They're going to defend the inside. This is tight.
Keep it steady. Clear right.
They've still got the grip. I had no grip there last time around. AI pulled it in perfectly. Sus. Sus much. Ooh, little tap on the rear. Got away with it. We got the run.
On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Still
I'm not sure if I have boost, Groin, because these are the 2022 stock cars.
Clear left.
I don't think they have boost, do they? Oh, nice. Okay, last lap is incoming. The guys are fighting for 9th, 10th and 11th up ahead, having one hell of a battle here.
That lap time was 126.
If they have a stuff up, we might catch them. Just catch them. Not like that. Oh, and there's more contact into the wall. Thought I was going to spin turn it then. Oh well.
Alright, Dan, the next car is Suzuki.
The car's definitely not driving that good. Just so marginal on the brakes into turn 1. So many mistakes this race, but that's very limited practice time. And in dodgy track conditions as well. It's all wet track, wet tyres. 14th. It's going to be a bit of a shocker, this one, to be honest. So next race, we're going to be mixing things up slightly. It's going to be LMP4 or Formula 3. Bugger. This is definitely not the Bulk Brogan style. And after such a great performance at Indianapolis last time out as well, from last to third in the race. This is a bit of a mediocre showing indeed. This is going to be a 6th to 14th. Unless we get another lap. I think we might get another lap because I think I got caught out last time. I think it was a +1.
V14. One more lap to go.
Yep, it was 0 time +1 lap.
Of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
That's another track limits warning. I must have been
Okay, Dan, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
too far over to the right then.
The gap to Suzuki ahead is now 3.2.
Let's get them. Might be able to get one of them at the final corner if they fight. Olaf, hello! Oh, it's looking feisty up there. Are they going to have a biff at the final corner? They are, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. And just at the end then, find some extra pace with a clear lap. Wow.
E14, that's the end of the race.
Wow.
Next time.
Oh, I hope so, Spotter. I hope we do get them next time, because that wasn't exactly Bulk Brogan's best showing. There's probably bits of the car hanging off everywhere. The amount of times I outbraked myself into turn 1 was kind of embarrassing, really. There's a lot of tyre marks down there. We did qualify 6th. We did get up to 4th after an epic
On your right.
first few laps.
Sit steady.
That was a great fight. That promised to be a superb fight, but it just never really materialised, I suppose.
He's still there.
That's street racing for you.
Hold
No
your
room
line.
for errors.
On
Well,
your right.
let's return it back to the pits, and let's see how badly that affects us. Let's skip cooldown lap. So confirmation of the official results, and unfortunately for us, Rubens Barrichello went and won that race, so he's now a double race winner. I won by 5 seconds in the end as well.
Still
With a 25.3 fastest lap.
there.
I mean, with a damaged car, we managed to get a 26.5, which is kind of 1.2 off the... Well, it's not kind of, it is 1.2 off the pace. Damn you, Rubens! Exactly. One of the nicest guys in the world of motorsport, no doubt. So let's see what that does to the points, shall we? You ready? Let's get some winces going. Oh, that's the points for the race, not for the championship. I thought I've dropped down the championship quite a bit. It was 3rd. I am now 7th. 7th in the championship on 25 points. I mean, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Could be better. I'm only 10 points off 2nd in the standings. Rubens has just gone and absolutely annihilated the field. He's gone on 48. He's got a massive advantage here at the front, but it could be the fight for 2nd in the Stock Car Championship this season. Bulk can't win them all indeed, but well, you definitely can't win any of them in the Stock Car Series. So, let's go back to racing life. And let's go and see exactly where that puts us. And I'm looking forward to trying out this new feature, because now apparently all the progression should be shown on the screen. So let's advance, and the only race we've got left in the February is the one we just did. So let's put our results in, shall we? So we qualified in 6th and we finished in 14th. There's a race overview here. Oh, this is new. If we click on finish, oh, there you go. How cool is that? You can now see. You can basically now see. I don't know why I did that. You guys can't see that. Move the mouse. You can basically now see how much fame and money I earned. Great. So 0.02 fame. It's basically a race to forget, and 3,300 bulk dollars, which is definitely not going to pay any of my leasing fees, not even half of my, not even a quarter of my leasing fees. So let's continue. Oh, not even close to, maybe in a 5th, a 6th, maybe. I don't know. Maths, it's not working right now. So yeah. So let's check the sponsors. So for me to basically get my bonus payment, I had to finish in the top 10, which I didn't get. So I only got the basic Logitech payment of $3,300. Oh dear, that was not one to put on the family WhatsApp, shall we say. Okay, right then. What should we do next? There's no more races in GT3 or Stock Car to do in this month, but there are 2 other series to sign up for. We've got the American Formula 3 Championship and the American LMP4 Cup. So if we go to American LMP4 Cup, the race is going to be at Curvelo. We'd need to obviously lease an LMP4 car, or we could do American Formula 3 next, which is going to be at Brasilia. I don't think I've ever raced at Brasilia before, have I? I'm not sure. So, let me put this out to you guys. This is going to be vote time. So, which series next? So we got LMP4 and we got Formula 3. Because, don't be under any illusions, we are going to do both of them. Okay? So this is not a case of which one should we choose. This is a case of which one should we do first. The poll is now up in the chat, so get your votes in. Is it going to be LMP4s or is it going to be Formula 3s? You guys decide. You can basically literally decide exactly what Bulk Brogan's going to do next. We've got 2 votes in, 3 votes in, 4 votes in. Boom, we're going. We're going fast. And it's a 50-50. Alright, Matt, don't forget to use the vote at the top of the YouTube chat to get your vote in. 7 votes in, 9 votes in. And obviously, don't forget, Matt, that, like I just said, it's not a case of which one do we choose to do. It's a case of which one do we do first, because we're going to do both of them. It's looking like it's going to be Formula 3. Because we got 67% in favour and we've had 9 votes in. Come on, guys, get your votes. And I'm going to go back to Automobilista 2. And I am going to prep the season. So let's switch over to Automobilista 2 mode. Let's create a new season. And let's basically do F3 Brazil as the template. So we're gonna do that. Okay. Can we do that? Can we? Oh wait, no, we can't. We can't choose the championship and then customize it. We have to basically do a custom championship and do it that way. So let's remove these rounds. So we're not going to race there. Let's change the series. I'm going to do Formula 3. Let's get rid of, where is it? Stock cars. We don't want stock cars. Just Formula 3s. Bulk in a go-kart would be very Mario Kart indeed, Liam. That's a great suggestion. It's just a shame that the go-karts aren't great in AMS2. So I hear. I've tried them once or twice and I thought they were alright, but people don't have very positive things to say about them, unfortunately, so probably the longer we stay away from that, the better, I'd say. Okay, it's looking like it's going to be Formula 3s next. 64% in favour of Formula 3s with 11 votes. Don't forget to get your votes in. It's going to have to be a landslide if we do LMP4 next. So if we go back to Racing Life, and let's just configure this series, shall we? So that's recommending we do 14 lap races with 20 AI. So I say we do 15-minute races, alright? Or should we do 20-minute races? 15 minutes in the Formula 3 is actually good, because Formula 3 is like sprint format. So we're going to have 19 AI. We're going to have... Let's just do traditional Formula 3 Brazil scoring, shall we? I mean, it's already there. Might as well use it. And let's select the first track. So the first track is going to be Brasilia Full. Brasilia Full. Not outer, full. Oh, yeah, I don't think I know this circuit. I don't think I've ever raced here. The outer circuit does look quite interesting, though. And now let's configure the race format. So we want qualifying to be 10 minutes. We want that to start at... Well, I mean, the Formula 3 is usually pretty early in the schedule, right? So if we do like an 8 o'clock start and a 10 o'clock race, or maybe like a 9 o'clock race. Real weather, real historic weather. Yes, that's what we want. Of race 1, that's going to be 15 minutes, and it's going to be without the extra lap, and it is going to be in February. Start time 9 in the morning. So, you know, F3s nice and early in the schedule. Let's get them out of the way before the main races come around. Real weather, real historic weather for that date. Start time is a Formula 3s are standing starts, aren't they usually? No mandatory pit stop. Yeah, great. I think that's it. And we'll just copy this format for the rest of the season. So we've still got 11 votes in. We've not had any more votes for a few minutes, so I'm going to call it. So end that poll. Oh, 12 votes, and it was another vote for Formula 3. So there we go. There's your results on screen right now. 66% in favour of Formula 3, which is 8 votes, and then 33% in favour of LMP4, which is 4 votes. So 15-minute race, 10-minute qualifying, 9 AM start. Boom. Not much more to do on that, really. So let's go back to Racing Life and let's see what the other stages in the championship are. So in March, we got Curvelo Long, which I think I raced with North America Race Room a while back. So let's go back here, select a track, Curvelo. Curvelo, where's it go? I've only raced at Curvelo Short, not Curvelo Long, so that's going to be interesting. And that is actually going to be... Why did I select that again? Curvelo Long. So that's going to be in May. No, March. So we want to shimmy that up to March. So 17th of March. Save. Okay, so we get the realistic weather for it. We're going to add a new round. What's the next round? That is Kyalami. And that's going to be in March as well. So select track. And it didn't say whether it was new or old school Kyalami. So let's do the new one. That's probably more like what Formula 3 is race at. That is also in March. And that's obviously put the date of the 24th of March in, so that's good. Realistic weather based on 2021 for that date, which is good. Let's go back to Racing Life again. Round 4 is Daytona Road Course, and then we got Indianapolis Road Course, then we got Bathurst. Some awesome rosters, although they are using very similar tracks, but it's because they're American Championships. They're going to use the roster that's been selected in Racing Life for the American Series. They probably support the series for a lot of each other as well. So, Daytona, Indianapolis, Bathurst. Right, I don't need to go back to Racing Life to configure those, really. So, Daytona. Sports car course, road course, Daytona road course, which is basically the one with the chicane. Ah, okay then. Yeah, because it doesn't say sports car course, it says road course. So that means we've got this little extra chicane on the end here, which I've not really raced for a while, so thank you, Ricardo, for that, mate. I appreciate that. Mixing things up a bit. And then the next round was Indianapolis. Actually, sorry, before we change that, Indy road course. This one's in April, so we need to change that to April. Any old April will do. 16th of April, there we go. And then Indianapolis is in April as well. So after the 16th, so say 26th. There we go. I know these aren't Sundays, but this is not a traditional racing series. Bulk Brogan would not be interested in that. So 26th of March. Okay, cool. And then, last but not least, final round of the series, which is going to be absolutely insane. Bathurst. And that is in May. So that might actually be a sunrise start. That's going to be very close because Bathurst in May is going to be in the middle of winter. So what I might do, just to be safe, I'm going to Google Bathurst sunrise May 3rd. What time does the sun come up? 6:37. That's fine. Yeah, that'll be fine. I just wanted to check because Formula 3 cars don't have lights. I don't want to be having a night race in the Formula 3 cars, as much as you guys would like to see that. You know, you sadistic bunch, you. So I think that's good. I think we're now... And let's rename this to F3 American. Continue. So Brasilia, Curvelo, Kyalami, Daytona, Indianapolis, Bathurst. Cool, okay. Right, let's do this then. Pit stop refueling allowed, but we're probably not going to do pit stops. 19 AI. Save. We need to go and lease a Formula 3 car. So if we go to the car dealer, let's have a look down for Formula 3s. I think we just went straight past them. There we go. Now there's two to choose from. There's the Dallara F309 and the Dallara F301. The Dallara F309 is, to buy, $4,000 more expensive. So choose a vehicle. What's the difference? So the F309 has got a 6-speed sequential gearbox and is slightly longer. That's the only difference. Same engine, same power, same torque, same everything basically. Same engine, they've just got different gearboxes and wheelbases. So that's a short one with only a 5-speed sequential. What do you think? Is there any advantage to either of these cars? I mean, logic would say go for the more expensive one. Let me just show you an AMS2. So here we go. You can see here. What do you reckon? So we got a 6-speed sequential, which is already showing up in red and yellow. So that's already off to a good start in my books. I mean, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. That's got a bit of white in it. That's different. I do like that. Prop racing. I do like that a lot, actually. And then if we were going to go for the F301, which is the 5-speed sequential, we do have that, which is very bulk, I must admit. That's a very bulk-looking vehicle. I don't know. Should I save some money and go for the 5-speed? It's, this one Actually, the more modern one, the F309, looks like it does have a bit more developed aerodynamics on it, so I'm probably going to go for this one, F309. Unless anyone has any major objections in chat before I go and lease out this car. Any objections for the F309, guys? It's going to cost me $3,270 a month with a one-time payment of $7,630. So it's not actually that expensive. I'm hovering over lease. No objections from JDF. Cool. Okay, well that's good enough for me. Liam Murray concurs as well. Let's do this. F309. Get in my garage. Wow. Wow. Bulk Brogan is now the proud owner of 3 cars. 3 cars! We got a stock car, a GT car, and a Formula 3 car. So I'd say, let's go racing, shall we? We got that selected. Let's start. Let's keep the AI opponent skill. Oh, so not the owner. I'm the rental. Bulk owns nothing. Bulk has no assets to his name. He's asset poor, but cash rich. So, should we keep the AI at 105? Let's do that then. We'll do a qualifying session at Brasilia. Bearing in mind, I'm not familiar with this track. We'll do Brasilia and then we'll adjust the AI from there, shall we? Let's do this. And again, this is realistic weather, so this could be wet, could be dry. But one thing it definitely will be is unknown. Yeah, the tash is definitely a bit loose. So looking at this, it's all right-handers. So we got a lot of right-handers here. So it's going to be very difficult on the left side tyres. And it is moist! We have a moist track. Do we have wet tyres available? We do. I'm going to go out on slicks, because they're going to be the better tyre in the long run. Now I'm going to tank it, because this Formula 3 doesn't take much in the way of fuel. And I'm feeling already that I might be regretting this, because we might not be able to get to the end of a 15-minute race on 2 times fuel usage. We might have to make some pit stops. So this is maximum track time, and I may do a restart if I'm not familiar with the track by the end of the qualifying session. So let's get out. Let's do this. Wrong button. There we go. Let's do this. Oh, that is a nice yellow. I like that a lot. So the seating position is good. Some oscillations in the wheel. Put the pit lane limiter on.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. You've got 8 minutes to get the job done. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them. Your tyres are cold. Watch out.
That's clear track behind us. Absolutely no idea where the reference points are on this circuit. It's the first time I've driven it, so I'm just going to have to take it nice and easy. I just know that there's a lot of right-handers here. He says as he immediately goes into a left. So, lots of grip in this car. Goodness. So much more grip compared to the stock car. So much more planted. Eyes well and truly down the road here. Lots of third gear. That's a lot faster than I think.
Car right.
That's good.
Clear right.
Let's follow this person around for a bit, shall we? Use them. They're all over the curb there. Wow. The only thing about Formula 3s is there's no brake lights, so I don't have a heads up on when they're actually
Right side.
braking.
Clear right.
No, I wanted to follow you.
Car right. Clear right.
Bit of moisture on the inside of the track there. I can see the puddles.
Clear.
On the whole, though, I'd say this is a very dry, nice circuit.
On your right. Clear to the right.
I'm presuming that's the pit lane there. Wow, this is actually quite a high-speed circuit. A lot of the corners are very similar though, I must admit. This is definitely going to be an exploratory round for Bulk Brogan here. Got absolutely no expectations. I am kind of expecting to finish towards the bottom of the field. Based on my inexperience at Brasilia, my inexperience with this car, I'd be more than happy just to follow these people around.
The leader's just done a 151.68. The leader has just done a 150.57.
Down to fourth. Wow, so much grip.
The leader has just done a 149.18.
I'm kind of keeping up with these guys as well. This is a left-hander here. Tight left. So the left-handers are the tight corners. The rest, we're going left again here. The rest of these are actually pretty high speed. All the right-handers, pretty high speed. Apart from this one, apart from that one, massively overestimated the cornering speed in that corner. Now I've lost my reference points. Fantastic.
Okay, Dan, 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
We're already halfway through the session and I'm about to put my first lap on the board. That's wide there. That feels dangerous on the suspension. Okay, 2 minutes, 0.9, although there was a spin involved in that as well. Let's see if we can remember which way it goes. Get some good times on the board here. Good times for all. Bit too deep. Remember, this is a flat out left here, and I think the next corner is relatively fast.
Sector 1 is 1.3 off the pace.
Nope, tightens. Okay, so the third right is a tightening right. Pretty sure this is flat. Yep. And that's flat as well. Okay, that's not a problem. This is like a double left. No, it's a kind of a 90 left. And then this left is tight. And I think this is the right-hander that caught me out now. I was like, oh, there's not really that many tight right-handers. Immediately gets caught out by a tight right-hander.
Sector 2 is 1.8 seconds off the pace.
That's better. And that's flat as well. Third gear, final corner, belt it out. That's going to be 7 seconds up on my previous. That's still going to be a second and a half what I need though.
Sector 1 is 1.3 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 1.8 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.6 off the pace. Your lap time was at 153.88.
I think I'm getting there. It's all starting to become vaguely familiar now. Although I need to find over 4 seconds to get onto the pole time. That's going to be a tall ask at the moment. Remember tightens? Tightening right. There we go. Up half a second. This is all flat.
minutes to go. 2 minutes.
Yep, this is all flat. That's not though. 2 flat lefts into a square left. Kind of making rally notes for myself as I go along, it sounds like. Bit of a lock up on the tyre then. There's not really too many reference points around the outside of the track here. It's all very nice and wide and open, which is good if you go for a spin.
Tyre temps are good. Sector 2 is 1.7.
But in terms of trying to find reference points for braking and, you know, turning in and all that kind of stuff, it's not ideal. But this is flat, and this leads into the final corner. Probably take more speed through there. That's 1.4 up. We're not going to be last.
19. Good lap.
Okay.
Today, sector 1 is 1.1 off the pace.
Last lap now. Last lap before the end of the session.
Sector 3 is 0.5.
What do you reckon, guys? Permission to restart, or should we just stick with it? And this is last the first challenge again. That's what we did in the stock cars, right? Should we do it in the Formula 3s as well? What could possibly go wrong?
Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace.
Remember, tightens, tightens, tightens. Wait for it, and then launch it. I'm not sure, Ripper. It might be an old track. An old Formula 1 track. And that is actually pretty interesting as well, Liam. Adds a bit of context to the location. Oh, look at that. There's a second up already. Starting to get a bit of confidence now. I actually know which way I'm meant to be going. Kind of. And that is overconfidence corner. But I'm just giving the wide berth to the apex because I can still see some shiny bits of moisture right where the curb joins the tarmac on the inside there. You don't want to hit that on slick tyres. Alright, now I thought I could take more speed last time, so let's just blend it, blend it, blend it. That's 1.3 seconds up. What's this going to be? Or is this going to put me on the grid? 13th. That is not too bad. I was expecting last row of the grid for that. 13th place on a track that I've literally driven for 9 minutes. Thank you, JDF. Alright, Ripper, we're sticking with this. Thank you, Liam, we're definitely sticking with this. Naguera on pole with a 1:49.1. My best lap was a 1:51.1. So 2 seconds off the pace, but I think maybe with some following of the AI and some slipstream, I think we might be able to get ourselves a little bit further up the grid. Top 10 finish. Okay, I've changed my expectations. I'm going to go for a top 10 finish. So let me just check. We are using 2.9 litres of fuel a lap. So we're going to have 15 minutes times 60 seconds is 900 seconds. Divide that by, say, 1 minute 50 for the leader. That's going to be 110. So that's 8.1 laps. So that's 9 laps. 9 times 2.9 gives us 26.1 litres. We've got enough fuel. The tank is about 45. Just wanted to make sure.
14th, 15 minutes. You've not got much time to sort this out.
Altruisms! Good to see you. Long time no speak indeed. Hope you are looking after yourself and keeping well. We've got 15 minutes and standing start. I've actually just realised I haven't done a standing start in these cars before. So I'm gonna pop the fuel down to 30 litres. Actually, I'm gonna take a bit of the rear downforce out. Like that. What does it go down to? What's the minimum? Well, 0. I'm gonna take some downforce out so I can get some more speed on the straights. And that's it. We've got slick tyres. We've got a moist track. But that's what we had in qualifying, so that's what we're kind of used to for the race. So we don't need to worry about that. So we got a moist track, slick tyres, brake bias is good, taking a bit of wing out for the straight line speed. Starting in 14th position, that's some more Stroganoff, hope you guys enjoyed. First race of the Formula 3 season. Let's see if we can get some top 10 finish in this one, shall we? Top 10 would be nice. Alright, if you guys are enjoying it, don't forget to leave stream a like, say hi in chat, and subscribe to see more, because Bulk Brogan ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Apart from on track.
V14, heads up, get ready.
Alright.
Go!
Nice start. Move it over to the left. Thread the needle.
Car left.
Oh, it's damp on the inside. I wasn't expecting moisture there.
Car right.
That's why you do a track walk. The car just went straight on. Oh, this is not a nice place to be here.
2 right. Car right. 3 wide. You're on the left.
Bit of experience says there's going to be more moisture at the apex there.
Well done, Dan.
Avoid those apexes like the plague. Those guys are not. The AI are just going straight into the water.
Still there. Clear left.
I'm going to avoid them. That water ain't good. Up to 6th position already. Although now, oh look at the dark patches on the track. It's been raining, but now it's dry. That corner's no longer flat out.
Car left. Clear left.
That corner's no longer flat out when you can't take the apex. And that's what saved me from dropping down to 7th as well then. The AI tried to move on the inside, hit the water. Game over, man. Oh, there's a river across the track there. There's no avoiding it. Guy ahead's got some spray in his tyres. This is fascinating. This is absolutely fascinating. Dynamic track conditions here. That's really affecting them. Oh, maybe stay off the curbs. They might be a little bit damp. Look, moisture on the inside there. Let's give those a wide berth. We're in 6th and we've got a nice gap behind us as well. So remember, moisture on the inside of turn 1. Oh, he's really been affected by that.
Clear to the left.
This is awesome. Up to 5th.
Well done, Dan. Nice move, mate.
This is all about using your brain now. This is going full stonks.
Right side. Clear right.
AI is definitely not going full stonks right now.
Still there.
They're just driving
Clear
like
on the left.
like they're on intermediates, which of course don't
Good
exist
pass. Nice front.
in the Formula 3 series.
Side. Hold your line. Clear to the right.
We got mugged up the inside there. I remember there was a lot of water on the inside here though. This little baby lift. Give him a confidence lift. Oh, you can hear me pick up the water on the tyres then. Run up the inside.
Side. Hold your line. Still there. Keep it steady.
Oh, he's still there.
Hold your line. Clear to the right.
That was close.
On your right. Clear right. On your left.
Okay.
Still there. Clear left.
Making moves. We're into the podium position.
Car right. Clear right.
Oh, there's no way I could defend that there.
54.46.
Oh, I don't want to be on the inside now.
Still there. Clear left.
You've just done
I had to back out of that one big time. Because I knew it was going to be wet on the inside and I wouldn't be able to hold my line.
Car
And
left.
again, okay, now he's forcing me to the inside here. That's very smart.
Clear to the left. Right side. Clear to the right.
No, you don't, AI. I'm going to box you into the damp part of the track. Again, Olaf spitting facts in chat. The whole city was designed to be the shape of an airplane. What? Is it an aviation town or something? What's the point of designing a city like an airplane? Seems like an odd thing to do, like architecturally. We're up to third, and we can see second place up ahead of us. Bit of a lock up there.
To get behind.
But I need to send it wide to avoid those puddles on the inside. 1/3 of the way through the race. Now, I definitely need to take advantage of this as much as I can because the track temperature is 35 degrees. And the more laps we do, the more the track's going to dry out. So these puddles are going to evaporate, especially if the AI keeps on driving through them like this. See, look,
Right side.
they didn't get slowed down as much as they did previously, but I can still drive right on the outside of them.
Good stuff. Keep it coming.
By the end of the race, I suspect these puddles may be gone, and I'm going to be, I'm not going to be able to take advantage of that. But that's a bit damp there still. Oh, you can hear it. Goodness. What is it? 2.7 seconds to the leader.
P2.
That's the fastest lap of the race.
Lap time was at 1:52.90.
Right side.
Oh, no you don't. No you don't. Haha, Liam Murray. Bulk Mania running wild, brother. This could be 14th to 1st. This could be 14th to 1st. Not quite last to 1st. We're about halfway through the race.
Gap behind's increased to 1.4 seconds.
But I've got no doubt that when these puddles do disappear, I think they might have the pace advantage on me when they can just send it completely full speed around this circuit, because I'm still learning the place. I still really don't know the limit of where I can push in these corners. Obviously I can't push the inside there because it's very damp. And I want to get as close to the apex as possible to carry as much speed. But that's kind of playing with fire. Because, well, how close is too close? If you hit the water, you lose all of your grip. So it's kind of like gambling. It's like, do I risk a 10th for a potential multiple second loss? Nice wide line here. Wide line. Which is convenient because that was the line that I was running in practice anyway. See, that running wide in practice, I must have known. Bulk with the psychic prediction that was the line that I was going to be using in the race anyway.
Okay, Dan.
Whoa.
You're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
Almost snapped.
The gap in front is now 0.6. That's the fastest lap of the race. That lap was at 1:52.44.
Oh, we're closing on the leader here. But there's moisture on the inside of this.
Right
So I'm going to have to make it around the outside, but he's going to squeeze me. See, look, it's damp on the inside there. So if I was trying to overtake him at the inside, I would have lost all my grip and would have probably careered into the side of him. He's going to try and force me to the inside again here. It's for the lead of the race.
There. Clear to the left. On your left.
It's damp. I don't want to go too tight.
Hold your line.
He's still there on the outside. Need to give him space.
Hold your line.
He's still there, yeah.
Still there. Still there.
Now, Potato, they can drive
Still
through the
there.
moisture,
Clear left.
and it does slow them down. Look, they drive. Oh,
Clear left.
they drove. Look, they drive through the moisture, and it does affect them. They try and avoid them a bit, but it does actually slow them down. It's not like Project Cars 2, where they're not affected. Moisture on the inside, can't turn in. Just drives clean around the outside. It's so difficult to make a move up the inside here. I need to try and get the run around the outside, or this corner here has traditionally been my strongest on the circuit compared to them, because they keep it tight.
On your right. Hold your line.
Or as I like to run it around the outside.
Line. Still there.
On the outside. It's going to run out of grip on the outside there, though. It's going to understeer. I'm still not familiar with that final corner. Really not familiar with that final corner. This is proving a little bit harder than I thought. Because Nogueira is forcing me to the inside every time if I try and make the move, which is exactly what they need to do. You can see the moisture there. He must have just clipped the inside of it. Try and dummy them onto the grass.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear right, car right.
See, that's why you don't take the inside line, because you've got absolutely no grip in there.
5 minutes to go. This is good. We'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
Woo. Okay, we're now into the lead of the race with 5 minutes to go. But like I said, the longer the race goes on, the more these puddles are going to disappear. The more this advantage that I've got of being able to drive around them on the dry part of the track.
Half your fuel.
It's disappearing. It's disappearing. The fuel is coming down. I've definitely got enough fuel, so that's fine. Just need to not make any mistakes now. Not just accidentally dip a wheel in the moisture like that.
1.7.
See, that's what I mean, playing with fire. You don't want to get too close. This is a great car to drive, though. Again, Reza Studios, fantastic work. This used to be an oversteer machine. It isn't anymore. Like, you used to be able to just slide this thing around every corner, whereas now it feels a lot more connected to the road. I'm really impressed. I really am. It's always had great graphics and VR implementation, but the fact that the physics and the force feedback are now catching up to it, it's quickly becoming probably, dare I say it, my favourite sim.
Spot on. You're in the lead. We're currently setting the pace. That was 153.04.
And just this whole dynamic track thing really adds another layer. Although I haven't pulled away, they're only a second behind me. Nogueira, with 3 minutes to go. It's going to be 2 laps, I reckon. Oh, I think they're getting wise as well. They're starting to
Get behind us now.
drive around that water a little bit. See, look, I'm half a second up on my PB so far. But they're still within a second. They're keeping with me, so the AI is improving as well. Unless they're following my lines, unless they're learning from me, which would be incredible, actually. Hey Vushal, how would I compare this to the Formula 3 and the Formula 4 in Race Room? I'd say the same thing about any comparison between Race Room and Automobilista 2 applies to this car as much as it does to any other car, really. Like, for example, the Pro car. Nice wide line, avoid that water, then cut back. I'd say that on the whole,
2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
Race Room is definitely the understeer simulator, whereas AMS2 is the oversteer simulator. So you do find yourself battling more with the rear of the car. Okay, last lap incoming now. 1.8 seconds, I think I've got this.
One more lap, keep it together, we'll win this. Fastest lap. You've just done a 152.30.
Like, I find it very rare that I have understeer in AMS2. Whereas I have a lot of understeer in Race Room most of the time, even when I try and dial it out with the car setup. And I find that if you understeer into a corner in Race Room, especially in a Formula 3 or Formula 4, you're just going to scrub the tyres no matter what you do. Even if you boot the throttle, it's just going to keep on understeering and understeering and understeering. Whereas in Automobilista 2, if you do happen to scrub wide at the apex, you can boot the throttle and you're still going to lose the rear. So it's very I don't know. I think Automobilista 2, it's a bit more floaty feeling, that's for sure. I do feel less connected with the road. In Race Room, I love the feeling of the connection with the road, but I do feel like I fight the front of the car a lot more in Race Room. Like Liam says, in Automobilista 2, you need to be a lot more progressive on the throttle. You need a lot more throttle control. And you can basically get away with more opposite lock as well. In Race Room, you'd destroy your tyres if you drove like this, and you'd be losing so much time. But even with all of that said, I still think the Formula 3 in Automobilista 2 feels tame compared to the Race Room one. And there we go across the line. That's a win!
Done, Dan. Great win. You deserved that today.
Kind of forgot where I was at the end of the race then, because we started pulling away. That's a 1:52.3. 1 full second faster than the guy in P2 on that lap. The AI were getting up to speed at the end. They were pulling 52.6s. Rodrigo Cascais in third did a 52.6, so only 3/10 behind.
Right side.
But that... Wow, well that was very unexpected after the qualifying session.
Still there.
Obviously there must have been a little bit more rain
Right.
in between qualifying and the race that we didn't see, because there's definitely moisture on the inside of the curbs, and there was a lot more moisture on the inside of the corners as well.
Still there.
Thank you Vushul, thank you JDF, thank you Sean.
3 wide. You're the left. Clear to the right.
That was some awesome racing. It was a little bit of a clench the first time that I approached turn 1, saw that the track was shiny and I was on the inside. There's not much I could do about it. It was like, oh, this is going to end well, isn't it? Now I'm careering off, and I think I did make a little bit of contact with one of the other cars, but absolutely no suspension damage, so I managed to get away with it. And let's return this to the pits. Oh, thank you, Ultraisms. I wasn't sure what all the 8s were then, but no, thank you for explaining it. I was going to say, can we get some more 8s in chat in support of Ultraisms, who's obviously fallen asleep on his on his keyboard there. Bulk cheeks clenched indeed into turn 1 potato. So, confirmation of a race result that I was definitely not expecting. I went into it expecting to be last. Qualified in 14th, so I said, you know what, I'll go for a top 10, and then managed to win the race. Wow. Okay. Where does that put us in terms of points? 15 points. That's not too bad. I'll take that. I'll take that. So let's continue. And obviously that puts us at the top of the championship as well on 15 points, because this is round 1 of 6. So the points that we get are the points that we've got overall, because that's the only chance we've had to get points. Pretty obvious, I guess. But Bulk does like stating the obvious. So let's switch it back to Racing Life. And let's go and put those results in, shall we? Because... oh, I didn't sign up for the championship. Good job, I can sign up now, can't I? Register. Yay, registration successful. Now we can put our results in. Formula 3. So technically I didn't have an entry license for that race, but I won't tell the stewards if you won't. So let's advance and let's put our results in. So qualification result was 14. Race result was first. Thank you very much for the tiny trophies that we had in chat for that one. So let's finish this and let's see how this helps us in our case to become a fully fledged Formula 1 driver for next season. Wow, okay, 0.39 fame just got earned, and well, Logitech liked that result because I got a top 10, and by finishing in the top 10 I get a bonus payment. So $10,800. Nice. Let's continue. So let's just see exactly what we're doing in terms of sponsors. So yeah, Logitech pay us $3,300 per race regardless. An extra 7.5 finishing in the top 10. We've got 2 races left on that contract, which, by my calculations, is going to be this month's races. No, actually, no, it's not going to be this month's races. It's going to be the American LMP4 race. And then the GT3 at Daytona, the night race that we've got coming up after this. No, I haven't actually seen that announcement yet. Potato, what's happened with our RF2 now? Ah! Ultraisms. The Japanese word for H is hachi. And when you say hachi, 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 it sounds like applause. I think I've probably butchered the pronunciation on that. Apologies to any Japanese or Japanese people, speaking people in chat. Yeah, I haven't done that justice. This moustache is gonna be... Oh, it's falling off big time. Okay. I want to check something first. Is it possible to actually have 4 championships in AMS2? Can I create a new championship? Yes, you can. For some reason I thought you were limited to 3 championships, but you can have 4. So let's edit and let's call it LMP4 America. That's what we're going to be doing. Let's remove these. Now, while I'm setting up this championship, I want to throw a decision back to you in chat, because obviously we're going to be racing in the LMP4 series. We are going to need an LMP4 car. So if we go to the car dealer, let's scroll down to LMP4. I think there's a few to choose from. Yes, there is actually. So we've got the MCR S2000, basically My Chemical Romance Scene Kid year 2000. And we got the Metal Moro MRX Duratec P4. Metal Moro. It's these cars were definitely named by an emo kid, that's for sure. So I'm going to throw this over to you because I need a car and you're going to pick a car for me. So which car? I know nothing about these, by the way. I know absolutely nothing about these. But you're going to pick one for me. So which car for LMP4? We've got the MCR S2000, or we have the Metal Moro MRX, because I can only put so many characters in for the vote. So go on, get voting, guys and girls. Have I looked into sponsorship from Myland to Stephen Co? They would make a mint off me. See how I did the mint? Because minty fresh. Anyway, that was terrible. So pick a car for me. I'm going to go and set up the series while you guys vote. We're getting a lot of votes in so far. Wow, okay, and it's pretty evenly split. So LMP4 Cup, Curvelo Short. Oh, Curvelo Short. Oh yes, I like that circuit a lot. So Curvelo Short. That's a very nice circuit. I'm very familiar with that. Should be able to get up to speed on that very quickly. So what does Racing Life recommend? It recommends 20-minute races with 15 AI. Should we do 20-minute races, or should we knock it down to 10 just to try and get through this series a lot quicker? Or should we do 15-minute races? What do you reckon? While I set this up in the background, P4, LMP4, done. What scoring type should we have? I reckon there's only 16 people in the race. That scores 20 people. Top score. That scores 20 people. Formula Ultimate. Okay. Right then. Should we just have top 10 standard? Okay, 15-minute races. Wow, actually, we got Matt 777, Sean, and Stephen Co. all saying 15 minutes. I don't think I've had a general consensus in any kind of decision before where everybody said the same thing in such quick succession. So thank you. Thank you for being so organised between yourselves. So, 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, 15 opponents. Top 10 standard scoring. Race is going to be 15 minutes long. No +1 lap. And do these cars have lights? If so, Let's do some 6 PM finishing times, shall we? Actually, let's make it 7. If these LMP4s have got lights, let's keep it on 6, just in case. Just in case. Just in case they don't. Real weather, real historic weather. So let's look at racing life. So the first one is in February at Curvelo Short. So yeah, it's fine. Standing start. Should we do rolling start? Should we do rolling start? Let's do rolling start for this. Prototypes and that kind of stuff's usually rolling start. No formation lap, no mandatory stop. Default preset for the live track. Yeah, okay, cool. And again, so if we're doing a 15-minute race, let's just do 10 minutes of qualifying and practice combined. And we're going to start that at 5. Mauricio, good to see you. It's been a while since Bulk Brogan's been on the scene, but he is here. And we've done 2 races already. We had a bit of a disastrous stock car race at Long Beach to start things off, where I got a little bit of pinball and then decided to compound that with some over-braking maneuvers into turn 1. Out-braking maneuvers. What's an over-braking maneuver? I don't know. But we just had a cracking Formula 3 race with some moisture on the track, which I used to my advantage. So that's good. Yeah, that's good. So the first race is at Curvelo. Alright then, let's see what else is in stock. So we have Curvelo Velocita, which I've never heard of before actually. So select track at Velocita. And that's in March. Let's see what that is. So Velocita. Oh wow. That's come on. I hate the way the AMS2 menu's a bit weird like that. I don't think I know this circuit. That looks incredibly fiddly. My goodness. Short, tight and twisty. That's gonna be an interesting track, especially in LMP4s. So let's do that. So that is in the month of March. So I need to make sure that the weather's correct, so I need to switch that to March. See, that's the one in the demo. Oh, I don't think I drove the demo. I think I went basically fancy ballet into turn 1. That's a very good way of putting it, Liam. That is very true as well. So this is the great thing about racing life. It's basically forcing me to try all of these new circuits and learn all of these new circuits. Round 3 in April is at Taruma. I've got no idea where the hell that is. All of these circuits I've never raced at before. Select track, Taruma. Come on, AMS2. Oh, I like the look of that. Without chicane? It says without chicane. That's a very short, very fast looking circuit. Wow. If it's got elevation changes, that I'm looking forward to this one. Just on the visual of the circuit, it just looks cool. Have I raced here? I think I raced Formula Trainers, Formula V's here, maybe? Maybe? I can't remember. It kind of... All these Brazilian circuits are starting to blend into one. I like them all, but I'm struggling to put the names to the circuits. I'm sure if I've driven it, I'll recognize it as soon as I get there, but the shape looks vaguely familiar. Does look vaguely familiar. Okay, round 4, Campo Grande in May. Actually, so let's switch this one to April. So we get the realistic weather. Okay, cool. Campo Grande. Yes, I know that circuit. We raced hot cars there, and it was superb. I loved it. Brody, good to see ya. Taruma is a great track, classic little club level circuit. I think I've raced Formula V's there before. Pretty sure I've raced Formula V's there, I'm not sure. Campo Grande, I've definitely raced at Campo Grande before. That's where we had Minardi Fan 95 is Brody, by the way. Big shout out to Brody, absolute legend. Looking forward to Bin Car next weekend, mate. Battle resumeth with Matt Webb. So Campo Grande, that's awesome. Right. And then the last one, if we look in Racing Life, is Santa Cruz do Sul in June. So let's add that, shall we? Santa Cruz do Sul in June. Don't forget, you guys can vote on what car I'm going to drive in the LMP4 series. Vote is active and it's going to be ending very shortly, because this is the last track of the championship. Santa Cruz do Sul. Select track, Santa Cruz do Sul. Come on, AMS2. Yes, I like that circuit. I've definitely raced here before. Maybe this is the one I was thinking of when I was thinking of the Formula V's. I think I might be. Anyway, let's change this to June, because that's when it says the race is, right? Santa Cruz do Sul round 5 is in June. Okay, cool. And that is the LMP4 series ready to go. Nice. 15-minute races. Done. Saved. Let's go back. Okay, double check. 15 opponents. Top 10 scoring. 15-minute races. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Let's have a look at the vote then, shall we? Let's see what we're going to be leasing. So we've had 20 votes in so far, and I'm going to call it 55% in favour of the My Chemical Romance S2000. So let's go to the car dealer. Let's pick an LMP4 car. There it is. So, oh, and I've scrolled past them. MCR S2000. It's actually the cheaper car. Whether or not that's going to be a good or a bad thing, I guess we'll find out very shortly. So let's go and lease. Per month payment of 4,050 bulk dollars? Bulk coin? Whatever the currency is, I can't remember. We do have an emoji for it though that Olaf made, which I haven't actually put in chat. I do apologise profusely for that. And then a one-off payment of $9,450. So let's lease the Emo Honda. Okay, so let's lease it. We're now... Wow, look at the garage! Bulk Brogan's garage is almost at capacity. We've got 4 cars in there. We don't own any of them, but that's not the point. And that's a hell of a lot of lease fees. So that's 3,000, 14,000, say 60 size. So we're basically paying more than 20,000. More, well, between 20 and 25,000 a month in leasing fees. So we better start winning some championships, hadn't we? So let's sign up for the series this time. American LMP4 Cup. Let's register. Registered. Competition registration successful. So if we click on advance now, yep, we're ready to go. We've got our one race at Curvelo short, and in terms of our finances, this is actually... Oh, we've got 2 races left with Logitech. That's right, because we've got a GT3 race after this. That's right. So we got, yeah, on today's stream, we've still got this LMP4 race to go, which is a car I've never driven before. I'm very glad I'm familiar with the circuit at Curvelo. That's good. And then we got a GT3 half-an-hour night race at Daytona to wrap things up after this, so don't go anywhere. If you are enjoying it, don't forget to leave the stream a like, say hi in chat, and subscribe. So, start. MCR 2000, everything's good. Should we keep the AI opponent skill at 105 for now? Maybe? Yeah? Wait, hang on a second. When, Minardi fan, when you were a young boy, your father took you into the Brazilian countryside. I've only been doing Racing Life for a couple of seasons. How old are you? You must still be pretty young then, if that's the case. That must have been like, what, last year? Before that, I was a resident of Parks, New South Wales, and terrible things happened which will not be disclosed on this stream. Maybe next time out, when it's part 10. The big 1-0. Anyway, let's get racing. I've spent far too much. I've said far too much. I've said far too much, guys. This moustache is slowly creeping inside the edges of my mouth. I don't know how it can grow that quickly, but this... If John Miller's around, you'd be so proud of me. We have a straw. Which is now backfired completely, because I put some frozen berries in my water before, to give it some flavour, and now one of them's got stuck. There we go. Ah, well, what an introduction to this car this is going to be. It's absolutely persisting down. MCR. Do we have wet tyres? Yes, we do have wet tyres. I think we're going to need to use them. Let's tank it because I don't know how much... Oh, it's only got 46 litres of fuel. I'm glad we decided on 15-minute races now. I'm going to put that brake bias back to 60. Wait for the angry wasps to leave me in the background. And let's get racing, because although I know the circuit, I'm not familiar with the car. 9 minutes is all I've got. Oh, that sounds nice. Does it have a windshield? No, I've got a helmet.
It exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Okay, Dan, we've got 8 minutes to set a lap. Got cold brakes all round.
So, we just got to try and wipe the bugs off the windshield and the rain off the visor. Oh, that was a bit tighter than I remember. Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen Co. Go on, say the line. Yeah, I've raced a BMW Turbo here before with North America Race Room in a special event they hosted quite a while ago, actually. I think, actually, this was the debut of DDF Racer. Thanks, Nia. Hey, this was the debut of DDF Racer in Automobilista 2 online. The first ever online race I did here. It has been a while though, to be fair. So it might take a few laps to get familiar, but at least I know in roughly which direction I'm going in and roughly how hard to brake for these corners. Although that said, track conditions aren't great at the moment. Rain is coming down at 40% and the track surface is pretty damp already. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Mr. Bishi. Good to know I can always trust you, Lee. Oh, well, there's definitely no ABS on these things. That just went...
You're locking your front brakes.
Well, thank you, Spotter. Right on cue. Locking my front brakes into turn 1 like there's no tomorrow. Remember, this one's tight. And then floor it out. That's right, Vaughan. BMW 2002's great race, of which you were part of, mate.
135.43.
Seems like a long time ago now. I should really race with you guys again. I miss you. Although it's now Can-Am Sim Sport, I believe. Cass, a race with the old Cass buddies would be superb. I have to have a look into the schedule, see what you guys are doing, see if anything aligns. It's pretty busy at the moment for me. I mean, it's such a lovely bunch of fellas. I think it'd be rude not to. Oh, almost wide. Kevin M, welcome. Good to see you, mate. Better get the maple bacon on, mate. If not, hope you got some leftover Timbits. Rangy, good to see you. We're now heading across the line. What time is it going to be?
That's pole.
It's pole. Even with that monumental lockup. Now, there is a vicious rumour going around that somebody started. Can't confirm who it is. It may have been DDF Racer. That Bulk Brogan is a fan of downforce cars.
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes left.
and really enjoys downforce cars to the point that he has an extra proficiency in them that he doesn't necessarily have in your standard road-going GT whatever cars. Now obviously, because racing life is progressing at a vast rate of knots, we're now getting opened up to much more advanced cars than the Hot Cars series and the Formula Vs and the GT5s of the world. You know, cars that have actually got a bit of aerodynamic grip. So some could say that Season 2 is when Bulk Brogan's really going to come alive, and obviously we're right in the middle of Season 2 right now. Judging by this lap, we're almost another 1.5 seconds up. Mental!
Sector 2 time is good.
Like I said, I'm familiar with the circuit and I know which way I'm going. And I do like this car massively. Even though this is literally only going to be the end of my second lap in this car. Wow, look at that. 2.4 clear of the field.
Sector 3 time is quick.
I've got a feeling I might need to turn the AI up here from 105. It's always a risk when you go into a new series because you just don't know how good they're actually going to be. Oh, wow, that's a tall curb.
Sector 1 time is good. Your brake temps look good.
That is exactly what I'm trying to say, Mr. Bishy. Bulk loves his wangs. Oh yeah, missed that corner by...
Looks like that was outside track limits.
You're not kidding there, Spotter.
Please, Dan.
Now obviously, because I'm using real weather and not random weather, I can leave a session. Say if I wanted to change the AI before the race, I can leave the session and rejoin the session and the weather's going to be the same. Whereas on random, it actually randomly generates every time you load in, so... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to turn the AI up here because there's a bit of an advantage to be had by running around in this LMP4 in the wet. This is going to be a very convincing pole position.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Let's see what's in store for the race, because I think it's only an hour apart. I think the race only takes place an hour after the qualifying session. I can't remember if that's how I set it up in the config when I made the championship, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So I would be amazed if the track dries out, or even if it stops raining within the space of an hour here. I feel this might be a wet race in its entirety. I mean, there's a bit of a dry line forming, but not much. It's still coming down pretty hard. Although I'm half a second down on this lap so far. I haven't been able to quite put the pace in that I did a few laps ago.
Sector 2 time is quick.
Oh, this is such a nice car. It's very predictable, but you can tell there's power on the edge of it. And this is only a wet session. Lots of people coming out the pits here.
Clear to the right.
Sector 3 time is fast.
Are they on wets? Are they trying a different strategy? Why have so many people come out the pits just now?
Left side. Still there.
Oh, they're very slow.
Still there.
Ooh!
Still there. Clear left.
Brody. I mean, you can't You can't call a car an MCR S2000 and not expect a heap of scene emo jokes to be happening in the chat. Well, that's the end of the qualifying session. No one's going to beat that time by the looks of it, so let's just return to pit box. And let's just call it a day, shall we? Stop the count. Continue to race one. Let's see what the weather's going to be. So that's a pole position. Pole position on debut in a car that I've never driven before. AI is definitely too weak.
Position, 15 minutes.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. It's not raining. It stopped raining and the track has dried up and it's sunset now as well. I'm still going to increase the AI though. So let's exit back to the main menu because we're now saved on pole position. And what do you think we should turn the AI up to? The AI, I can't even speak. The AI. What should we turn the AI up to? I mean, it's currently on 105. Remember that because that's what we're going to need to turn it back down to for the Formula 3s. So 111 maybe? So Sean says not too much. Maybe 111's a bit too much. Should we keep it at a nice round number and keep it on 110, perhaps? Because the AI potentially could get very strong in the dry conditions. And this would be the first time I've driven this car in the dry. Minardi, turn it up to 111. I mean, if anyone's going to appreciate a Spinal Tap reference, it's definitely going to be Bulk Brogan, because would there even be emo and scene? Would My Chemical Romance even exist if Spinal Tap didn't lay the foundations for them 20, 30 years earlier? Would people even still be playing guitars in 2005 if Spinal Tap didn't exist? I think not. 111. Thank you, Brody. Sorry to the people who suggested 110. Surely that one difference, it's not going to make a difference, right? Famous last words. So actually, I didn't take into account how much fuel.
14 minutes. You're in pole. The track temp is 36. The air temp is 24 Celsius.
Well, Bucko, I want to point something out very quickly to you, right? There is something I've been thinking of in racing life. Now, you can see here, we've got all the different championships in the series that we take part in, okay? We've got, you know, races, we've got GT World Challenge, we've got LMP4s. You can see here, 0 fame required, 0 prize money, 0 registration fee. That's basically an invitational. So what I was thinking was, if you guys are up for it, maybe not this stream, because we're going to be cutting it tight on time. It's already 10:15-ish here in Brisbane, Australia, and I've still got an LMP4 and a GT3 race to do. But what I was thinking was, these invitational races, when they come up again, how about I turn them into an online lobby that we just all do together on stream at the same time, like an impromptu community event? How does that sound to you guys? Like I say, it won't happen today, because I just won't have enough time to do that. But, you know, we get to the end of February in racing life, and oh, look at that, there's a GT5 winter event. Where is it? Velocita. Let's create an open lobby. Let's everybody just hashtag race with Bulk, Liam, exactly. And then we set the grid to, I don't know, it says 11 drivers. So say, for example, we set the grid to 12. Or maybe we set it to 20, just to be a bit more open idea. So we set it to 20, and then it fills it up with AI for if we don't get the grid filled, because you can do that in AMS2. You can set a maximum grid size, and you can fill it with AI. So if only 10 people turn up, then it will put 10 more AI in the grid, and then you got a full 20-car race. Password Bulkmania. I'm not gonna advertise the password, but the password will be on stream. The password will be on stream. And it won't be an open lobby. It will be a passworded stream that viewers can access. So you can race with Bulk, but it's not going to be open, because then you get dive bombers, you get wreckers. You don't want to invite that kind of stuff. So it will be passworded. So Keep that idea. So, I mean, looking at the championship very quickly before we start our LMP4 race, because I know that they're on the grid waiting for us. Martin Brundle has... Well, he's not going to be in Curvelo waiting for an LMP4 race in February. He's not going to be there. He doesn't even turn up to half the Formula 1 races anymore. He's not going to be waiting for Bulk Brogan. Someone is. Someone's waiting to interview us on the grid. But anyway, yeah, because it's a zero consequence race in racing life, we can do these, and it has no effect on my finances, my fame, my anything. And let's have a look. So we got a Caterham Academy race at Monza Junior. How about the next stream, when it comes along to the end of the Caterham, at the end of the month, we do a Caterham Academy race where I just throw up a server and we just go and race those. What other invitational races? We've got Formula Trainer races. He was too busy in the ranking, Brody, that's for sure. Got Caterham Academy races, we've got Formula Trainer races, more Caterham Academy races, GT5 races. So it's basically going to be Caterham's, GT5s, go-karts, Formula Trainers, GT5s, karts, Formula Trainers. So Caterham's, GT5s, and Formula Trainers. How does that sound, guys? Should we do some of those races, invitational races with the community next time out? I think we should. But for now, we have a race to focus on. 15 minutes of LMP4 at Curvelo. Starting on pole, because I absolutely dominated. Let's make sure we put some dry tyres on, shall we? How much fuel did we use? I don't know. Let's just tank it. It's only 46 litres. And, let's crack on with it. Hope you guys enjoy the race and the stream. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, say hi in chat, and subscribe for more. Boom, done, shill. Let's go.
Alright, down. Get ready. 15 minutes. Let's go.
Oh, slightly tardy off the line then. We're going to get done into turn 1.
Left side, clear left.
Leader's pulling away. I'm pulling onto the grass for some bizarre reason.
On your left, to the left, 3 wide, clear to the left.
Got a tap.
You're looking your front left.
I got a feeling the AI might be a bit too strong now. I think I may have a little bit of damage on the rear left as well.
On your left, clear left.
Let's do a few laps, let's see how it goes, but look at the leader pulling away, that's unnatural. Three and a half seconds. Give me Simoes. Got a bit of a traffic jam in behind us as well.
E3.
Brake a bit later into turn 1, that's for sure. Like I said, this is the first time I've driven this car in the dry. I'm still figuring out where the limits of it are. Definitely not there. Wow, look at them pulling away at the front.
Right side, clear.
Oh no, you don't.
You're clear.
Sunset there, blinding me through the left-hander. Oh, a bit of grass on the outside. Oh, locked it up, front right. Lock up on the front right, it's put me wide. That's going to put me offline for this as well.
Hold your line.
Use the banking on the outside to keep it all together. I think you might be right, Brody. I think the AI might be a little bit too strong now.
Just posted at 123.70. P3, the lap time was at 125.73.
All right.
Big dive from the AI.
Right.
Sector 2 is a second off the pace.
Yeah, leader's doing 123.4s, I'm doing 125.7s. Go figure. We went from being 2 seconds ahead to 2 seconds behind. That's a 4-second swing between weather conditions, with only a 6-point swing in the AI. Oh, big oppo there.
Pretty wide. You're on the right. Clear left.
Getting absolutely swamped here. Can I hold on for a podium?
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 4.6.
Exactly, Sean. Always listen to your mother. Moral of the story. Nothing quite like getting burned by your mum in live chat on YouTube, is there? Good on you, Sean. Thank you.
Lap time was 125.40. That's your quickest lap in this session. Sector 2 is 1.2 seconds off the pace.
Definitely brake later into turn 1.
Far left. Clear left.
They're all over the back of me. Wow. I'm going to put my brake bias back to 58 because I'm locking the fronts a bit. Nice wide end, mid corner so I can get the exit run. Didn't take advantage of that.
Okay, Dan, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. This is excellent, mate. Keep it up.
It's not excellent. I'm 10 seconds behind the leader.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Getting very defensive here now.
Left side. Clear to the left.
I think I've got like 5 cars in behind me. A second, within the space of a second.
New fastest lap for Simos, 123.41.
Yeah, I'm 2 seconds off. This is mental. Aggression is on high.
125.34. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Not max, it's on high. Oh, that's alright, Potato. We chose the MCR car.
Make him do all the work. Focus on your exits.
On your left. Clear to the left.
I mean, it doesn't matter, Kevin, whether you set the AI difficulty to high or max. They're both going to be Dutch. You get it? Because they're either going to be max or they're going to be high. That's just terrible. Sorry, Potato. It's very stereotypical of me.
That's a new fastest lap for Simos, 123.35.
123.3. This is going to be my fastest lap of the race. Just into the 124s? No, not quite.
7.6 seconds. Your lap time was 125.02. It's your best lap in this session.
Big oppo there. That's right. The Bulk Minister of Defence coming in hard.
Fuel looks good.
Liam.
You're pulling away. The gap behind us now, 0.8.
think I'm actually maybe starting to find a little bit of pace in this thing. Up 0.6 on this lap.
On your left.
Oh!
He's still there. On your left. Clear left.
No, you don't. We're going to have to try something aggressive to get the spot back now before he pulls away.
Car right.
Oh! Oh! I had the inside then. Had a bit of a turn in on me, but that's all good.
Steady.
I think the front right's okay. That was, like I said, I had to try something aggressive. Probably went a bit deep at the apex. He's got the run. He's got the run.
Keep it steady. Clear right.
That last lap was at 124.90. That's your best lap in the
Oh,
session.
wide.
Left side. Clear to the left.
Just managed to hold on. Leaders are still pulling away from me. "15 seconds behind P1, 10 seconds behind P2, and about 20 million cars within a second behind me." That's what it looks like in the in the mirror anyway. That didn't sound healthy on the gearbox, whatever that was.
The gap in front has increased to 9.4.
Wow, there we go, 7/10 up. I know, Kevin. That's what AI 111 does, I guess. They just bolted.
5 minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium. You've just done a 124.18. Good lap. That's your best in the session.
Right, I think I'm starting to figure out where I can push now. Where the grip is in this car. This is like an extended test session now. I'm holding third. I'm actually pulling away from them on this lap. Just a bit. I can hear Rangy in the back of my headphones being like, late downshift, late downshift. And he's not wrong. Save fuel, control the engine a bit more as well, stop the rear from kicking out. Oh, that's beautiful with the sunset there. It's not convenient for spotting an apex, but you know, beautiful. Right, 3.5 minutes to go. Podium to hold on to. This would be miraculous based on the absolute pace disadvantage I've had if I can hold on to this podium. One mistake and I think I'm going to get swamped by about 10 drivers. No exaggeration. So this has got to be absolutely mistake-free to the end of the race to snag an underdog podium after putting it on pole so convincingly as well. It's amazing how the fortune can swing between qualifying and the race, eh? Obviously I must have been using some kind of wild wet weather setup. I just aced it so much, and that's why it's not doing so well in the race. Parc fermé conditions and all that. It's a wet setup car. That's what we're going with, right? That's the excuse for this massive pace discrepancy between the sessions.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 10 seconds. You need to push if we're going to hold this position.
Yeah. Binotto says box for 3 tyres. Well, it's a good job that Binotto's not the boss of Bulk Brogan then. I'm sure there's a bit of deja vu in that joke as well, Potato.
1.02. That's your fastest lap today.
Love your work, mate.
Behind has just done a 123.58.
So close to a 123.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Another 10th and I can get a 123. Well, another 15 thousandths and I can get a 123. Yeah, really starting to figure this car out now. Still got to defend though. It's not over. Oh, there's moisture on the inside of that curb. I've been looking at that all race and I thought I gave it a wide clearance, but apparently not. Last lap for the podium. He's trying to dive.
Clear right.
Don't I break myself?
You've just done a 120.
Keep it nice and defensive. This is for P3.
6 off the pace.
On your left. Clear left.
Defend, defend. Minister of Defence on track here. Keep an eye on the mirror, but also keep an eye up the road. This is so stressful. Oh, big wiggle on the way in. I forgot that the track status was moist and there's still bits of water hanging around curbs and stuff.
On your left, clear left.
Missed that apex, I'm going to have to defend it here.
Right side.
They do like a dive up the inside here. Look at them, 3 wide behind me trying to get through. Only 2 corners to go. 2 corners to go for podium. Keep it nice and tight. Don't hit the water. I think we've done it. We got the drive out the final corner. I think we've done it. We got a podium.
Well done, Dan. Great drive. That's a podium.
Yes. And no JBs on the line either. That's why I was rather hesitant to start fist pumping before I actually crossed the line. We all know what happens when I do that.
Clear right.
Wow, that was probably one of the most stressful podiums that Bulk Brogan has ever done. Massive defense. Sergio Perez would be proud indeed, Liam Murray. Thank you, Kevin. Mr. Bishy, Sean, JDF.
Far left.
Gonna take the scenic off-road way here. I'm gonna bring this back to the pits. Third place. Ooh, that was actually quite sweaty. That was actually quite sweaty indeed. So let's put some music on and let's get this wrapped up, shall we? Skip cooldown lap. So round 1 of the LMP4 series is done as well. Top 2 get a 10-second no more penalty and Bulk wins. Did I manage to finish within 10 seconds? No, I finished 16 seconds off.
Still there.
So that would only
right. Clear left.
that would only get me a 2nd place, Liam. But I'll take what I can. I'll take what I can. So 25 points for Simoes, Kosh Jr. in 18th, and myself in the podium in 15th. Very similar to the start of the Stock Car series, where I finished on the podium in my debut race as well. So hopefully my next LMP4 race isn't going to be bouncing around the walls everywhere. So confirmation of the points. No points for fastest lap or pole position or anything like that. Just points for race finishing positions. 15 for me. No, I was only 10. Was only like 4 seconds off. P2 at the end, I think. They must have made a mistake or something. Anyway, let's go and put these results into Racing Life, shall we? And let's see what we get. So, LMP4 Cup, Stage 1, Curvelo short. Started on pole, finished in 3rd. What's that going to get us? That is going to get us 0.18 fame, which is not as much as I was expecting, but then again, this is a pretty regional championship, so there's not that much fame on offer for it anyway. And the sponsor money is at 10,800 because we got our Logitech top 10 bonus. And for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you can see I've actually, well, maybe you can't because it's hidden behind chat. The Logitech wheel is in attendance with us today, so yeah, proper sponsor. You know, I don't do things by halves, guys. Maybe potato. I'll have to take your word for it, mate. Anyway, let's continue, shall we? So now we're on 37 fame. We've got 41 races under our belt, of which 13 poles, 22 podiums, and 15 wins. That's not bad. That's a good haul. 296,150 bulk coin. Ah, never mind then. It wouldn't have made any difference then, potato. Thanks for checking the stats and not letting me just spread fake news everywhere. So now let me just check. There's nothing else to sign up for this month. No, I'm not going to race in the Volkswagen Hot Cars. We did that last season. The invitational events, we've got a GT5 and a Formula Trainer Invitational. Like I said, we're not going to do them this stream. That's exactly what I was on about for stream number 10, part 10. We're going to do some community racing. Bulk Brogan's going to do some invitational multiplayer racing in stream 10. You heard it here first, guys. That was the big surprise I had planned, but I've kind of blown it already. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. So, no more races this month means we have to progress to March. Now, keep an eye on this 296,000 bulk dollars because that is going to drop significantly because I've got all of these cars to pay the lease on. Ugh. So let's advance. We're going to go to March. Let's go. Boom. 271,000. Yeah, we need to start winning some series. We need to get some serious prize money if we want to start paying off some of these. Start making money. Because, yeah, we lost $46,000 last month. Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, we need to start getting some prize money. In terms of sponsors, we have one race left with Logitech, which is going to be the GT3 Daytona night race, the half-hour, the main event feature race that you've probably all, well, been looking forward to, I presume. You've been looking forward to that. So, at the end of that race, we're going to have to decide on a new sponsor, and then we're going to sign off the stream. So, last race with Logitech, you've been very faithful to me, but times move on, seasons change. Future Island song, you should probably check that out. Classic. So let's go and do some GT3 racing, shall we? So if we click on Advance. So the month of March is going to be a busy one. It's going to be a very busy one, guys. We've got American Formula 3 at Curvelo, American Formula 3 at Kyalami. We've got LMP4 at Velocita. We've got GT3s at Daytona, GT3s at Suzuka, stock cars at Daytona, stock cars at Kyalami. But on today's stream, because we've already done 3 races, the only stream we're going to be doing next is GT World Challenge at Daytona. That's what we're going to be doing. So, let's do it then, shall we? Let's go back into Automobilista 2. And let's go back to our championships. And there we are. Our Porsche 911 GT3R. Here we go. 15 minutes of qualifying, 30 minutes of races. I can't remember what the AI setting was last time. I'm going to pop it down to 107. Because that's kind of a nice happy medium. We finished on the podium. Oh no, we didn't finish on the podium. We've had a win. And then a terrible race. So we're 3rd in the championship. We've got 27 points. We ideally need to finish ahead of Mitchell Carter and Marco Kowalski. So remember those names, Carter and Kowalski. Thank you, Vushel. This track is very familiar. This track is very appropriate, actually. So let's get stuck in then, shall we? And fuel use is... Oh, you're heading off. You're heading off, Lee. Oh, it's pretty late actually for you. It's like you're an hour ahead of me. Well, thanks for watching, mate. One race to go. If you can't stick around, maybe watch it on the replay. No spoilers on Discord for anyone who may be hanging out there. But always good to have you, mate. And looking forward to Bin Car at the weekend with you. That will be awesome. And everybody else who is making it for Bin Car as well. Great stuff. Right, night race at Daytona. We've got light cloud, we've got a dry track. Let's go and I'm going to tank it to get used to the heavy tank. I'm going to take off the rear downforce. I'm going to pop the downforce down to 2 because it's Daytona. You want to have as little downforce as possible. And soft slicks. We're good. Perfect. All right then. Let's do this. Final race of the day, guys. Well, this is the final qualifying of the day. 15 minutes to get a lap on the board. If you enjoy it, don't forget to leave stream a like. Say hi in chat. And subscribe. 2 times
It takes it, it's clear.
fuel usage.
14 minutes to get a decent lap in. Your brakes are cold, be careful. You've got cold front tyres.
2 times fuel usage, but not 2 times tyre wear because that's a bit buggy for some reason. Cold tyres, cold brakes. Trying to remember what an apex is, guys. Matt Diffie. There's always one, isn't there? Oh wow, yeah. Brakes. Need some brakes on this thing. Get out of the way of that guy.
Far left. Still there. Clear left.
You are very welcome, Tiago. Although I'm not sure if you're watching this live, because did I just give away some info? Maybe you're watching this,
On your right. Hold your line. Clear to the right. Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
I've got a feeling that the AI didn't take the wing out. Might put the wing back in, to be honest, just so it's not just a ridiculous race of me just like driving clean around the outside of everyone in the straight line.
On your left.
Oh, time acceleration. Sorry, yep.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, fuel 2 times, tyres normal. I keep forgetting this is a GT3 car, so I can mash the brakes. Kind of. Well, within limit, of course. I forgot, because all the cars I've driven so far haven't had ABS, so I've had to be very careful for lockups. Now I can actually just, within reason, give it a bit more left foot. Saying that Mercedes is pulling away from me quite a bit.
It's just done a 145.04.
Didn't think I was that slow in the infield. Maybe I'll keep the wing off. Oh, Porsche gonna do Porsche things. Wow. It's a great car to drive, though. Not just because it's in traditional bulk red and yellow. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm going to be miles off the pace here. Wow! Leader's done a 145, I'm doing a 148.
The guy behind has just done a 147.38.
This is so different to the LMP4. Just a case of getting used to the car again.
148.30.
Completely different driving style required.
You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go.
We're already 1/3 of the way through the qualifying session, although I am nearly 9/10 up on this lap.
You're a second off the pace in sector 1.
Hang on, is that rain? Is that rain?
Okay, Dan, I'm seeing a few spots of rain.
Oh my goodness me, this is going to make it interesting.
0.02.
Oh, I can feel it sliding on the banking.
Seems to be increasing.
Yeah, it's raining alright. Wow.
I think you might have got outside of track limits there.
Oh, I think so too, Spotter.
We've got light rain here. It's clearing up.
Okay.
2 is 3.9.
No, it's raining on the back straight then.
We've got drizzle now and it's drying out.
But it's not raining on this part of the track. Not much anyway. Is that rain going to get worse? No, the rain is getting worse here. It's coming down in the first section as well.
19. Sector 1 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 2 is 3.9 seconds off the pace. Sector 3 is 4.2 seconds off the pace. I'm seeing a few spots of drizzle now. That lap time was 154.03.
Oh well,
Light rain here.
looks like I'm going to be starting from the back. Let's park it, return to the pits and put some wets on. Oh wow, okay, yeah, that is
Alright, Dan, we're getting proper rain now. It's getting harder.
I think I need to get some strat setup for the race. There was track wetness soaked. So edit setup. So I'm going to tank it for the race. What kind of fuel would say about 6 litres a lap? So we're going to be racing for 30 minutes times 60. Let's just tank it. Let's just be safe. It's not going to cost me that much more. Oh, I don't need that screen. I need this screen. Andre, good to see ya! Alligators. So let's get some pit strategy going on. Don't want to delete these because these are my BMW Pro Car strats from Argentina on Monday, which were very useful to me. So I want to change it to wet tires. So I'm basically change tires, all match compounds, yes. Add fuel. Don't want to add any fuel because I'm going to just put all the fuel in at the start. Let's save that. Oh no, turn the damage off. Don't repair damage. Okay, save. Save complete. Alright. And let's do one for dries. Because if this is anything like Interlagos, this is going to be affecting me across the whole race. I'm going to be pit stops here, pit stops there. I'm going to be losing time, and I want to be prepared for it this time. Yeah, lock to horizon here as well. Matt, it kind of means... I've kind of got it 50-50, so it kind of does that a bit. Otherwise, the car just bounces too much. Not in VR, you can kind of compensate for it in the headset, with your eyes. But on the screen, it's just terrible footage, because it's so bouncy. So with the lock to horizon, the car kind of bounces around the camera, and it makes the footage a lot more stable for you watching, which... I'll take that hit. If it was purely for me, I wouldn't have that feature enabled, but because I am recording and streaming, I've got to at least take some consideration for what you guys watch. Save. Okay, so that's dries. Fuel and tires, dries. Cool, so I've got my pit strat set up. I've got wets and dries. I'm going to have default set to dries because we might start on wets. I'm going to go out and try a lap, just to get a feel for it. just to get a feel for the rain, because it sounds like it might be sticking around.
There's a car approaching. Stay in your lane.
Car right. Hold your line. Clear to the right.
Oh, standing water on the pit exit there.
Your tyre temps are looking good.
Does look great with the puddles at night, all the lights and the spray.
To go. 5 minutes left.
Oh, big standing water there. Oh, big standing water there.
Clear left.
Wow, I didn't even see that.
You're locking your fronts going into turn 6.
It's so difficult. Luckily the McLaren took some avoiding action there. It's so difficult to see the standing water at night. You can't really tell where the track's darker because it's already pretty dark to begin with, until it's too late. This is going to be an interesting race. Tobias, good to see you. Oh wow, so much standing water.
Your front tyres are cold. Brake temps are good.
I am on wet tyres, right? I didn't just imagine that, because there's no grip. It's absolutely no grip. Wow. Oh! Trying to use the reflections from the lights to see where the puddles are. This is big concentration stuff right here. This is like big brain driving this. This is using all of your wits. Puddle on the inside. Now remember there was a puddle on the left hand side near the exit curb. So I need to kind of keep it a bit tighter. There's one on the inside there, there's one on the outside there. Oh no, did the same again. There's a big puddle on the right. I need to keep it on the middle of the track into braking for that hairpin. Okay, this is good information to know before the race. I want to try and avoid this in the race itself because restarts are only a last resort option. Wow, okay. 19th on the grid. I didn't get my lap in at the start of the session before the rain hit, and this is the best I've got. It's not completely last.
Air temperature's falling. It's now 13 Celsius.
It's going to be close enough to last. Oh, it just aquaplaned completely then. At least I got one more lap in for practice, so I need to keep the car more in the middle on the braking for the second hairpin before the banking. I need to figure out where the hell the standing water is through the bus stop because I haven't had a clean run through there at all yet. There we go.
The track temperature's falling. It's now 14 Celsius.
One lap to do it all. And the track temperature's getting even colder, which means that you can forget about getting any kind of heat in these tyres. Keep it away from the outsides. Got to learn where the puddles are. Good idea, BP81. Need to put some wing back on the car. I'll wait and see what the conditions are like in the race. It may stop raining for the race, although I find that quite unlikely. Okay, so keep it away from the inside, keep it away from the outside, keep it to the right here. See, the rain is stopping now. The rain is getting less, so it may be a wet track, but it may dry out. It's going to be one of those
Light rain now.
variables. It's going to be one of those variable races, isn't it? I'm glad I got my pit strat set up.
Cycle stop soon. No more rain. Air temp's increasing. It's now 60 Celsius.
There's nowhere to go. There's a river across the entire track there on the entry of the bus stop. No wonder I was losing control. The entire track is flooded. And there's a drying line through the banking here. Wow, this is going to be a fascinating race.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 20 Celsius.
Yeah, this qualifying session didn't go to plan. 1:45.0 for the pole sitter in the dry. 1:48.0 for me. 3 seconds off. I was about a second and a half up before the rain hit, so that would have put me, maybe 10th on the grid, right into the middle of the pack. So let's continue. Let's see what weather we've got. Well, that's no guarantee.
B19, 30 minutes.
Oh no.
15. The air temp is 13 Celsius.
It's absolutely pouring down. So let's put some wing back on, shall we? It was at 6. I'm going to put it back to 5. We've got wet tyres. Wow. Oh dear, okay. I'm very apprehensive for this. I've got a feeling this race is not going to go too well. Although I don't know how the AI goes in the wet. They weren't great in Interlagos in full wet conditions. Although, to be honest, in mixed conditions they were just alien-like. So, final race of the stream, the big event we've all been looking forward to. I'm going to be starting it in 19th position out of 20. And, yeah. Wish me luck, basically, because I'm going to need all that I can get. Rolling start. Oh, guys. Here we go. 30 minutes of GT3 at Daytona at night in the rain.
30 minutes. Nice and neat. Stay out of trouble.
And again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. It's all fantastic. Thanks, Vushel. Bulk Brogan loves your work, loves your support. Thanks, Potato. We would not be here if it wasn't for you. Bulk's career in racing life. Big shout out to Ricardo for racing life as well. Ha! Potato, good luck. 2 seconds later, vote yes. Oh, of course I'm going to bin it.
It's now leading.
Okay, here we go.
Green, green, green.
Rough. I'm probably going to be quiet these first few laps, just while I get into the groove.
Far left, 3 wide, in the middle, clear left, clear all around, in the middle, 3 wide, clear left.
Bit of concertina into turn 1 then.
Far right,
Somehow got away with that.
still there, clear all around, all right, 3 wide, you're on the left.
Just reacting to those brake lights.
Right side, still there, clear right.
To 16th. Had to take a bit of avoiding action off track. This is not an overtaking spot,
Clear right,
given that it's in side by side.
left side, Hold your line. Left side.
Nice and steady up the inside here.
Still there. Clear left.
Watch out for the puddles, I think we're good. Got some cones flying all over the place here. We've got a Nissan up ahead of us.
Car left. Keep it steady.
Gonna outdrag the McLaren only just. Rain is at 40%. It's gonna start accumulating on the track soon. We're gonna get those rivers very shortly. I didn't see them at the start, but into the unknown here at the bus stop. Where's the green on the right? Yep, no rivers just yet.
Car right. Clear right.
Yeah, we got people harassing us behind. Although we did make a few spots up to 15th. Out of slipstream range though, that's the most important thing. Really need to be in the slipstream range of these guys. Let's pick a braking point for turn 1. Hopefully it's not too late.
P15.
That's not bad, that'll do. Try and remember that for next lap.
Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Couldn't quite make it stick around the outside there. But this is encouraging that we are actually gaining a bit. Can't see the corner there though.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Well done, Dan. Great move. Keep it up.
The rain's reducing.
Right side. Right side.
Sorry.
Clear to the right.
Got caught out by the standing water. I didn't know there was a puddle there. I should have been more aware of it.
Right off now.
Gonna open my pit menu. Go to the next page. Yep, I've got a dry strategy selected. I should have really practiced my pit entry, shouldn't I? Let's see if I can remember it from that. What, another North America racing race.
The rain's almost stopped. Just a bit of drizzle now.
Watch out for puddles.
Right side. Hold your line.
Got to 13th.
Hold your line. Hold your line.
I'm still running a little bit less wing.
Right.
It's stopped raining.
I think that standard setup is 5. Sorry, the standard setup is 6 rear wing, whereas I'm running 5, so this should help. Well, compared to other Porsches at least.
Hold your line.
Braking point for turn 1.
Keep it steady. Clear to the right.
P13. That lap was at 154.86.
There we go.
Sector 2 is 0.6 off the pace.
That's only a second off the leader. In terms of pace, not in terms of track position. I'd love to be just a second off the leader. Wow. Gently does it on the power. 25 minutes to go. The rain is still at 0. So the track is going to dry out very quickly. Oh, there's a bit of...
You've just gone out on track limits.
Very lucky to get away with that. Very lucky to get away with that. Watch out for the puddle on the right.
The guy in front is Kennedy.
Oh, that's a 2X. That is indeed a 2X. Yeah, the track is drying very quickly. This is set to realistic weather as well, so this is using actual weather data from Daytona for whenever this was set at.
Left side.
Oh, you cheeky thing!
Clear to the left.
I was absolutely
Don't panic.
pile drived by the AI. Wow. That was not nice. I got taken out big time.
Fastest lap for Carter, 153.46. That's a new fastest lap for Lloyd, 152.76. Acknowledged, pit stop requested.
I gotta try something. No, abandon, the rain's coming back. Just start, the rain picked up again then.
You're last.
As soon as I pulled into the pit lane,
Seems to be increasing.
just started to pick up again. I'm so glad it happened then.
It's quite rainy now, getting harder.
No point going to dries unless it's completely dry. Right, let's get some positions back, because this is not where we want to be.
Your relay Barnes in the gap is now 5.0. They're pretty slow into International Horseshoe.
That was so close to a dodgy tyre call then. Could have come into the pits for dries. It would have started raining and it would have come back out into the pits for wets again. The AI would be miles ahead of me by now, as opposed to just a little bit ahead of me. Big Oppo putting the power down. Okay, the guys ahead are doing 1 minute 55s.
Incident in bus stop.
Oh, excellent! They're having problems as well. Freebies, hopefully.
Okay, down light rain now. Looks like it's getting better.
Right, now at the bus stop. Don't think I'm going to gain on them this lap, if I'm being honest with you. Rain's down at 20%. So it's not as heavy as it was before. My tyres aren't overheating yet, so I don't need to go looking for the wet line.
We're matching race pace. The lap time was 155.00. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace.
That's a very good question, Tobias. One that I'm not really able to answer.
Looks like it's getting harder.
Oh, it can't really make its mind up. Does it want to rain or not? Oh, that's my steering wheel, Ricardo. The handle is not exactly in great condition. Happened a while ago during the E1 series, actually. It's still fine. Just if I put some undue stress on it, it must bend something out of position, and then every now and then when I push back on it, it clicks it back into position again. Like the actual handle is cracked, the mold on this rim, which is not great, but it's fine. I should probably get some super glue on it. It's going to be my best lap of the race so far.
Light rain now. Looks like it's getting better.
Yeah, it's raining at different rates at different parts of the circuit, which makes sense because Daytona does take up quite a bit of space. It's a big oval.
You've just done a 154.62. That's your quickest lap. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Stay on it. Keep digging. That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
Third of the way through the race so far. Dead last. We are closing up on the guys ahead. Starting to use that drying line to my advantage. Finding a big chunk of time on this lap, 7/10. No point even considering dry tyres yet. I mean, it's a bit of a drying line, but it's so risky. If it starts raining more, you're screwed. We're definitely closing on the guys ahead here. Definitely closing on the guys ahead here.
We're getting proper rain now. Looks like it's getting harder.
If the AI decide it's worth a pit stop,
Ahead is now 2.9.
this could get very interesting very quickly. It's not over. It's far from over, this. Which is quite amazing to think, really, when I was facing backwards only a few laps ago. Careering over the grass at the bus stop. Gap ahead is 3.5 seconds. This is going to be a 1 minute.
That was a 153.06. That's your fastest lap today.
Really starting to get a hang on the conditions now. 3 seconds faster than the guys ahead there.
Alright, Dan, light rain now. Looks like it's getting better.
AI are really struggling here for some reason in these conditions. Really struggling.
On your right. Still there. Clear right.
That was easy.
Nice front now.
So much more grip under brakes. Now back up to 19th. There's always a chance. Never give up. 15th position is only 4 seconds down the road, and I can see them all nose to tail up ahead of me. I think I could see the leader going through the banking up ahead as well after the bus stop.
It's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth.
Clear right.
1.2 seconds down on this lap though. Just the track changes every lap. The moisture's in a different place, the puddles are in a different place.
Now seems to be increasing.
The racing line is in a different place. You've just got to think on your feet and be so adaptive.
Come on, head up. Keep your focus further down the track. P19. That was a 154.38.
Thanks for the subscribe, Marcus. Hope you're enjoying the racing, mate. We've still got half of this race to go.
Behind is now 1.2.
Really can't see the track at all there. That's terrifying.
Far left. Still there. Clear to the left.
Come on, Dan. Nicely done.
Oh, don't move under braking.
Right side. In the middle. 3 wide. Clear right. Clear all around.
Don't move under braking, AI. That's pretty crappy.
Ignore the aero damage. It's nothing.
Oh, I hope it's not affecting my speed on the straight. I had the inside line there, and they moved across on me for sure. Oh, the rain, the nighttime.
That's 15 minutes.
It's just superb.
Still there. On your left. Clear left.
Halfway home. Fuel's good. Keep digging. This isn't over yet.
Just got mugged by another couple of people. I think I do have damage from that. Bugger! That's killed my top speed. That little contact there, it's damaged the aero. But now I've got some slipstream from the guys ahead. Hopefully that can help me out.
Reload the track. Force them to find the gap.
So look, I'm losing time compared to my best lap. Even when I'm in the slipstream of the car. Oh, stupid AI. Stupid AI.
Far left. there. Clear to the left.
You in the red Nissan. Idiot.
Left side. Clear left.
So I'm so much better on the brakes than they are in this Porsche. Definitely got the advantage on corner entry at the moment.
1.3.
Although any of that is going to get wiped out on the straights. Still, 17th ain't bad. Considering everything that's happened to us in this race so far. 13 minutes to go. Hopefully we can use Macca features here to pull us along on the straight, although we're already falling behind. I don't think I can turn the mixture up. Yep, the car's already running. As quickly as it can. Bit standing water through the bus stop now, but you've got to use those curbs to take advantage and maximize your lap time. If not, you're just leaving time on the table. Come on, slipstream. 12 minutes, 13 minutes to go, sorry. 12 and a half.
The gap behind has now decreased to 0.5. Okay, Darren, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. V17.
This is intense. It may not be the result I'm after.
Right side. Clear right.
But the racing itself is so intense.
Far right. Keep it steady.
With the Eddie Irvine
The gap
around the outside Suzuka line there.
It's now 1.8 seconds. It's not raining so heavily now. Seems to be improving. Just drizzling now. Looks like it'll stop soon. That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
The spotter saying the rain's going to stop soon. The rain is actually at the lowest it's been all race. It's down at like 0. On this part of the track anyway. It's never been down at 0 at this part of the track.
Looks like it stopped raining.
It looks like it's getting foggy instead. The visibility is reducing. Ooh, standing water on the inside. Got away with it. Yeah, my top speed's absolutely cactus. I'm not pulling in 6th gear where I was before. That stupid Nissan pulling out under braking.
Let this guy distract you.
I couldn't do anything to avoid him. Look at this. This straight line speed disadvantage is ridiculous. 264.
Still there. Clear left. On your left. Clear left.
Rain is still at 0. It might be worth a strategic pit stop here. Let's see how much of the track is actually still wet, if there's enough of a drying line to make it through. Because we're still...
10 minutes remaining. 10 minutes. Come on, man. Keep pushing.
It might be worth staying out at this point. To be honest, I don't think it'd be... Anyone who pits for dries is going to have to make up one hell of an advantage. And you can't really do that on the straights. It's only in the corners, and there's not that many corners here. I mean, I'm not going to burn my tyres out by staying out for 10 minutes on them. I can make them last. They're only down to like 96%. I'm in 16th position. I'm not completely behind the pack ahead. So even if it doesn't start to rain again, I think I'm going to have to counter the AI. I'm going to stay out. And if I do stay out on wets, then if it rains again, I'm already in a good position. And look, the rain's coming back.
It's starting to drizzle. New fastest lap for Burgess, 151.94.
So look, the rain's starting to come out again now. I knew it. 15%, 16%.
Like it's getting harder.
Yep, dry tyres have never been an option at any point of this race.
The car in front's lap time is at 152.04. 16th place. That last lap was at 153.22.
Although there is a bit of a drying line on the track now. Hydrate the tyres. The rears are starting to get a bit warm, so I'm going to have to start, like Tobias and Olaf are saying, I'm going to have to start conserving tyres by keeping them cool in the rain on the wet parts of the track.
The rain's almost stopped. Just a bit of drizzle now.
Oh, this is absolutely fascinating.
1.1. He's slow into International Horseshoe.
This is absolutely fascinating.
Stop raining.
Is it raining? Is it not raining? Different parts of the track are wet, some of them are dry. The AI, what's their pace doing?
Fastest lap for Burgess, 151.58. The leader's just done a 151.84.
So the leader's in 151.8. This is going to be our best lap of the race so far. This is going to be a 152.2 or a 2. No, actually, no, it's not, because I'm losing on the straights now because of that aero damage.
Braga, 151.50.
I'm going to lose that before I get to the line. It's still going to be faster, but it's not going to be that much faster.
The gap behind is now 1.5 seconds. That lap time was 152.62. That's your quickest lap in this session.
So much more pace in the braking. It's not over yet. I've got 6 minutes to go. I can almost smell a top 10 finish. I can see them ahead of me here. Oh, I've done it again. I've gone wide.
You're out of track limits there.
Got away with it again. Yeah, I'm really starting to feel the lack of grip in these tyres now. Oh, maybe some of the AI will start pitting in these last few laps. Hand me a few freebies. That would be epic if they did. Saying that, the rain is coming back. 1%, 2%, 3% on this part of the circuit.
Ahead is increasing. It's now
Some of that water.
It's starting to drizzle.
I need some of that water for temperature on the tyres.
There's a new fastest lap for Carter, 151.06.
Guys at the front are still setting PBs.
Okay, Dan, I've seen a few spots of rain. Seems
5 minutes. 5 minutes to go.
That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes.
Oh, it's actually getting quite heavy again here, the rain.
That lap was at 152.60. It's your first lap in this session. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yay. Look at this gaggle. Look at this gaggle.
Left side. On your left. Clear left.
Now don't move under braking, please.
Well done, good pass. on down. Push, push, push. We can get this guy.
Car right. Still there. Clear to the right.
That was so cheeky.
Left side. Hold your line.
And there's a straight line speed disadvantage. I'm going to get sandwiched.
Hold your line. Keep it steady. Hold your line. Clear left.
Don't bus stop me again.
Left side. Rewind. 2 left. Clear left.
Burgess is leading the race.
Right side.
Oh, someone's gone into the pits.
Still there. Clear right.
Going to defend for all I'm worth now. 3 minutes to go.
Davies in front us now.
Right side. Still there.
Yeah, look at the speed difference. Look at this. Oh, did he hit the wall?
We've got drizzle now and it's drying out. The car in front of us is now Barrett. Use all the track, force him to find the gap. P12. Your last lap time was at 1:54.20.
Yep, we're up to 12th. This is the battle for P10 up ahead. 2 laps to go. We have had people come in for pit stops.
Gap to Vincent behind.
Oh, was that a squeeze? I thought I gave him heaps of room.
Left side. He's still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear on the left.
Up to 10th.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Up to 10th. I don't think we're going to get any more spots.
Far right. Keep it steady.
We're definitely going to lose some.
Still there. Clear right. You're clear.
Slipstream, give me the slipstream. Oh, back down to 12th again. Damage.
Still there. Clear to the left.
Is anyone else going to pit? Are we going to get any more freebies? Are the AI going to do something stupid? Oh, we got one more lap after this. That's right. One more lap after this. This is the battle for 10th. It's dry. It is dry. Last lap.
Last lap. You've just done a 1:52.80. The track temp's increasing. It's now
Far left. Still there. Keep it steady.
On the outsides.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear left. Far left. Clear to the left.
It looked like a mega dive, and it was. That's only because they're so slow under brakes.
Right side.
Oh, it's going to be tight.
Hold your line. Clear right.
Alright, use this corner now. These 2 hairpins are absolutely critical. I need to get a gap.
okay. Down. It's starting to drizzle.
Because they're going to catch me on the straight. It's absolutely monster, these hairpins.
We've got a bit of rain now. Looks like it's getting harder.
And the rain is back. It's up at 30%, 40%.
It's quite rainy now. Getting harder.
I got 1.1 seconds. Is that going to be enough? It's going to be a drag. Is that going to be enough? Can I hold on to my top 10? Come on, Bulk. Come on, Bulk. Out the bus stop. It's 0.5. It's 0.8. Oh, they're dropping back. We've still got another 12, 13, 14 seconds to go. 8 tenths, 7 tenths, 6 tenths, half a second, 4 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths.
Car right. Clear right.
Oh, wait, it's not over. It's not over. That way, the timer was at 0.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
I haven't got +1 set. Why is it still going?
Clear to the left. On your left. Clear left.
I haven't got +1 set. Why? Why is the race still going? Surely Spotter would have called it.
There's an incident in turn 5.
Focus indeed.
There's an incident in turn 6.
Wait, hang on, 7th, 6? What's going on? Are people dropping out of the race? We're up to 7th. Have people retired or something? Have people run out of fuel? Why are we 7th? I mean, I'm not complaining, but I don't understand. Have people just disappeared? Was there some big pileup or something? Was there a crash?
Big P6 has binned it in. Bus stop.
Are they running out of fuel? We're in 6th! We got people running out of fuel! Oh my days! What is going on in this race? We're in 6th! We got people coming up fast behind. I'm going to slowly move it to the outside. That's so cheeky. I know I'm going to use the bump draft. Give me a bump. Give me a bump.
Right side.
Is that the end? That's the end now.
And there's the finish. Good result, mate. Well done.
Clear right. Right side. Rewind. You're the left. Clear. Clear to the right.
Let me just have people crash.
Still there.
We had people crash and people run out of fuel on the last lap. How the hell did we get a P6?
Clear right.
Whoa! Whoa!
On your right.
Hello, Boggy. Good to see you, mate.
Still there.
Good to see you, mate. That could have gone so much worse.
On your right.
My God.
Clear right.
And also, just enough fuel. I mean, we were probably conservative on fuel because I was like feathering the throttle. I only had a lap and a half extra in the tank. You can hear the rain on the windshield. That sounds so good. That sounds... This is... Can I just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this is, how immersive this is. Engine off. Engine off. How cool is this? Let's just take a moment to appreciate the rain, the wipers, the lights. Automobilista 2. So I'm just having a moment. This is just amazing. This is such a good experience. Anyway. Anyway. Sorry about that. Sorry about that moment of contemplation. Let's skip the cooldown lap. My God, what a finish. That was wild. So let's continue then. So yeah, yeah, look, we got people retiring. We got four retirements. 1, 2, 3, 4. All finished one lap down, retired on the last lap. 5 retirements. All ahead of us as well. Amazing. 6th place. Oh, I would watch the replay, Matt, but the replays are an absolute pain in AMS2 because you can't skip to the end, unfortunately. If it was Race Stream or iRacing, I could go to a specific lap. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it so I can go back to it in the future. But it just... Nobody wants to listen to this for like 10 minutes. Did he? Actually, let's have a look at the track side then. Oh, nah. This is going to take a while. This is maximum speed. Here's the pack. Yeah, now this is going to take a little bit of a while. I might go back after that for some time else. But anyway, let's continue. Let's see what happened point-wise in that. So, we managed to get 8 points, which is not... It's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing. And, so in terms of the championship, we dropped down to 4th in the championship, 1 point behind Mauricio, although Carter didn't score any points at all in that round. So we've actually jumped them. Or maybe they did score points, but not that many. Kowalski was also up at the top of the championship, so, you know, that's how that works. Burgess has gone to the top, but look how close. Look how close it is. Look how close this... I mean, that's exactly right, Cole Cinema. Maybe the leader started a new lap before the time I went to 0, and since I was 30 seconds back, they didn't take into account the extra fuel. Some of them stopped for fuel, some of them maybe just kept on going and ran out, but yeah. It was very marginal on fuel. But look how tight this championship is. Halfway through the season, the leader's on 41, and we got 37, 36, 35, 33. The top 5 are only separated by 8 points, and it's... I think it was, yeah, 15 or 25 for a win? It's amazing. That's amazing. Anyway, we need to go and put these results into Racing Life. So, I believe we qualified in 19th, and we finished in 6th. It was 6th, wasn't it? It was 6th? I'm going to take this headset off, actually, because that was the final race of the stream. We're going to pick a new sponsor, so don't head off. You're going to decide who I'm going to be sponsored by for next stream. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of that headset, because that was quite a lot of racing, and I don't need to wear it any longer than I should be, because it is stinking hot here in Brisbane, Australia. You got to get the bulk hat. You got to get the bulk hat on, guys. Alright, so 19th to 6th. So let's finish that and let's see what kind of gains that gets us. So 0.43 gain in fame and $10,800 because of our, obviously, sponsor money that we got. Now, obviously, that's the end of the Logitech contract, so let's go and pick another one. I don't know, Das. I think it's to do with your Steam name. So that is Racing Life. That is good. So, yeah. We got 97 experience, 282,410 bulk dollars, and no sponsor. So, let's go to finances. Let's put some music on in the background, shall we? That will do. Very nice. And let's pick a sponsor. Now this is vote time. So we had Logitech previously. Now, oh, these sponsors are quite good actually. These sponsors look all right. So, very lucrative deals. We have on the lower tier, we've got Symantec, who will give us $10,000 up front, no questions asked. And then every race, they'll give us $6,000, no questions asked. And if I don't DNF in a race, they'll also give me $3,000. So pretty much that is a guaranteed $9,000 per race. For 5 races. Alright, we'll do JDF. Second tier, mid tier, is Adidas. So they are going to give me $30,000 up front. And then $3,300 per race regardless. But if I can finish in the top 10... an extra $7,500, which I think was the deal that I was on with Logitech just then. Now, the most potentially lucrative deal is with Rexona, who are going to give me $60,000 up front. That's incredible. That's going to pay off my lease fees for at least 3 months, maybe 2.5. And then each race, a measly $1,500. However, if I get onto the podium, there's an extra $12,000 right there. That's mega. And based on some of the performances, I think if we can get some good races... I've been Hardy. Brody, you know exactly what the playlist is going to be next time, if that's the case. And in Sweatpants. I don't think I actually own any Adidas, but I do own Rexona somewhere. So maybe I'll just have to start the stream in a cloud of smoke with the lights and I don't know. And then just die of suffocation very quickly, and then it'll be a very short stream. So these are the options that we've got. Now I am going to put this up in a poll for you guys, and you are going to choose what sponsor I'm going to have. Which sponsor? So Symantec, Adidas, or Rexona. I personally think we've played it safe for too long. Bulk Brogan is not a man who likes to play things safe. Bulk Brogan is the kind of man who would be 24 points ahead in a championship battle in the final round with 25 points for the win, have to finish literally 10th place to win the championship, and then spin off the track, try and overtake someone for 2nd or 3rd place, and lose the championship by 1 point. That's the kind of guy Bulk Brogan is. That's the kind of guy he is. He doesn't leave any risks on the table, that's for sure. So, I personally want to up the stakes here and go for Rexona, because that's a lot of money if we perform well, and it puts a lot of incentive on the races to do well as well. I mean, it's your decision. I don't want to influence your decision, but the vote has just gone live in chat, so it's up to you. Adidas is the safe option. Adidas is the very safe option. Symantec, I don't think it's worth it. That's just turning up to do a 9 to 5 for a paycheck. Because I literally just have to not DNF and I'll get money. Not a lot of it, but I will still get money. So, Adidas or Rexona, you guys decide. We'll see. Just think of the product. Bulk Brogan's BO blocking body bomb. Rexona also has the minimum requirement of 110 AI difficulty. Oh, that changes things ever so slightly. I'm not sure about that. We'll see. We'll see, Tobias. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, that was a pretty decent stream, I think. In terms of races, a big mix, 4 different cars, 4 different things. We still got a sponsor to decide, and apparently I have to check Discord, because I've had a message off Yele, who has taken the time to go back on screen, take a screenshot of the gaps, and work out that I wouldn't have gained any positions with a 10-second penalty. So, thank you, Yele. I appreciate your input. Ricardo Pombeiro, don't forget to set up the new tracks in the DLC configurator in Racing Life. That is very true, by the way. In Racing Life, you have to go to Options and DLC Tracks Config every time you update it to make sure that when it generates the schedules, it puts these tracks in it. So there is that. Let's go back to sponsors. Yep, that's good. And what apparently JDF messaged me as well. Is it in general? Jam. JDF has sent me a picture of Hartley's raspberry seedless jam. Jammy! Jammy. He's saying I'm jammy. Okay, I get it now. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, true. Celebrating too early. Crossing the line in 10th position. Shaking my fist. Running wide at turn 1. And then finishing 6th. Ah, true das, true das. Oh dear. Oh dear. Or at least we all know where I get my bad jokes from now. We can all see that in chat, right? Okay, so we got 14 votes. I am going to put a timer on my phone for 1 minute, and at that point I'm going to close the vote and we're going to lock in a sponsor. So, timer, 1 minute. Let's go! As you can see there, we got a minute countdown. Oh, you've got more jam than Hartley's. Oh, that, of course. I forgot about that phrase. Good one, Sean. Now, I do have a bit of some bad news to share with you guys before this timer runs down. This is actually the last moustache. There are more moustaches on the way, and I am looking at local establishments for some replacement moustaches. However, I may have to reuse this one next stream, which, considering this is already being reused from the previous stream and has a faint aroma of beer, I'm not sure how well it's going to go on the next one as well. And it's also it's going to fall off. It's going to fall off. Oh, I wouldn't take Tobias too seriously, Sean. I wouldn't think the 110 AI is a thing. All right, timer's at 0. I'm clicking on end poll. We have 15 votes, and it is 66% in favor of Rexona, 26% in favor of Adidas, and I've just realized I spelled Adidas wrong, even though it's literally right in front of me. And 6% in favor of Symantec. So it looks like we're signing with Rexona. So next stream, so let's sign that contract, shall we? Let's get that done and dusted. Signed. We are now, well, what is it? Spray and pray? Is that how we're going to approach these next few races? So Rexona is our new sponsor. The next races we're going to do. So let's have a quick 100% AI. Adidas. Oh, didn't think of that. So let's see what we could potentially be doing next time out. So we got, okay, so these are the 4 races that we've got. We have, and this looks to be quite an interesting stream as well. We've got Formula 3 at Curvelo Long. We've got LMP4 at Velocita. We've got GT3s at Suzuka. And we have American stock cars at Daytona road course. Oh, that is quite the lineup. 4 races for part 10. Not to mention, let's have a look in March. A Caterham Invitational race. Because obviously it's going to be part 10 of Racing Life and Automobilista 2. We're going to have the Invitational race. So anybody who fancies a Caterham community event better be here for the next Bulk Brogan stream. I'm going to chuck a server up and we're just going to take it from there. Awesome stuff. Alright, well that is me done and dusted. That is me wrapping up the stream because it is 11:45 here in Brisbane. I've been... how long have I been streaming for now? 3 hours and 45 minutes, which might not seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things in terms of sim racing YouTubers, but for someone who's already done a full day of work, fed a baby and looked after a baby for an evening, and then basically just talked nonsense and raced nonsense for nearly 4 hours, I think that's a good day well spent. I'm exhausted, but I've still got time for a cold beer, so that's going to be happening. Thank you so much for watching, everybody in chat. Tobias, Sean, JDF, Vushel, Ripper, George, Matt Diffie, good to see you, mate. Minardi Fan Brody, of course, Carl Cinema, Andre, Boggy, Mr. Bishy, who is obviously departed the stream about an hour ago, and I'm scrolling a bit. Everybody I've forgotten. Of course, Ricardo, big shout out to you, mate, for Racing Life 1.4. And apparently Racing Life 1.41 is out. Hotfix. You know you've got some seriously good software when there's a hotfix on day one. What's coming up on the channel next? Well, it's Thursday now. I haven't got any streams this weekend. DDF is doing a stream on Monday in Automobilista 2 again. It's the BMW Pro Car Series, and it's going to be at Interlagos, but the old Interlagos. So keep an eye out for that. That is going to be mental, in the words of Michael Scott. But until then, look after yourselves. And yeah, just thank you for watching. You're all awesome. Bye-bye.